Shabbat Shalom, Shalom Aleichem.
Instead of saying that, Shalom. Shalom. Instead of saying Shabbat Shalom. Well, there is no peace. No peace in the whole water. There's heart. The whole everything we say, we say Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. There is no peace. There is no peace nowhere. And the one thing is that in the book, the every Then read all that Shalom is there. That's the problem with us. We got to upgrade our lifestyle to the lifestyle of realness. Stop living in fantasy. And our whole entire life is fantasy. Fantasy. Which leads to a pharmaceutical lifestyle. Pharmaceutical lifestyle is a lifestyle which is going to be a life in the pharmacy. We lie so much. We deceive so much. Allah said, you shall not lie one to another. You don't fast that. You don't lie one to another. We like everybody. Everybody. Don't believe yourself. Say, what's up? What you gonna do? And then I had to, you should be a Yankee baseball captain. Yeah. So what? She don't wear that no more. It ain't got no. I ain't got no way you wear that. So whatever. I wear this now because I'm an Israel. I live with a man as well. Oh, yeah, it's nice. So he said, the commandments of God, where you get that from? It's like the Old Testament is God. Oh, okay, you live by them. So you keep all of them, you keep all of them, you keep all of them. You're lying. You don't keep nothing what's written in that book, son. Because if you do it your way, you do it your way. Like a man, what to do is just it. Frankly, that's not what he said. Frankie says this way. This way. That's what Frankie said. Frankie's not right. That's what he said. My way. But you can't do my way. You gotta do the way of God. So you can't tell people, say, yeah, I'll keep the commandments. You gotta live in it. If you don't live in this, you live in something else. Lie too much. Now the first thing we gotta stop correcting, they're liars in us. Because God doesn't like them lie. He hates liars, isn't that what he said? He hates liars. So if he hates liars, and we lie, what's it to us? He hates us. Say, we're scared? You're scared of them? Say it. He hates us. Say, yeah. Don't bite your dumb man. Don't bite your dumb man. Nobody in your feet. When you home, you go get your own food, right? I did. You're not a job nobody, son. He hates us. I don't care how much you may get this way, and get benefits that you get. He hates us. He hates us. Because we know the commandments, we don't do the commandments. We don't do it. We do what we want. So, it's time for each man not to engage himself in the correction process. You know what I'm saying? Right. Stop correcting. I'm not telling you to do something. I'm telling myself that. Stop correcting. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. doesn't make any sense at all. You continue engaging yourself in already. Just people the right way. People you only show people the right way are people that's interested. And they want to learn the right way. But people today are not interested. They're packing too much games. They're packing games, and you can't hide the game from one person or from this person. Because that one person and this one other person, they were raised up in the game room also, just like you. God came up in the game room. But just like these couple guys right here, they are tired of performing games. And they want to take life a little bit more serious now. They see the serious part of life. And by they stopping, you continue your game, or you can blow your own self up. I don't want to know that. Life is not a game. And you will know it's not a game when you got the life. And before you leave, you're going to know it's not a game. But one thing you always know, you know when you're going to die. You don't know when you're healthy walking around. But when you get sick, and you're on that bed, with the oxygen in your mouth, you go to the hospital, you breathe like that. Look at that, I expect for what you see too much. I think a picture to me. I didn't know he's evil. So the reality comes to you. So it's too late right now. You know, all about God, it's too late to behave yourself. It's too late. You should have done that when you have consciousness. That consciousness has to start up your own life. That control of you. It's too late. Now you got to control. What are you going to do, son? You're going to start with that. They're leaving.
Psalms chapter 1.
I think these are here. So here. Falls off, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get that fear. Sword up there, okay? Falls off. And I take protect it off. But the front that falls off, the front is still, I don't have it, I usually fasten it to my head, you know? It's not fastened to my head, it's just land kept it like this, you know? So I takes it off, so it doesn't fall off. It may be like I'm wearing a style or something. You know what I'm saying? It may be like I'm wearing a style. I'm not wearing no style. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wearing no style. God commanded us to wear this. He said, you shall be as bracelets between your eyes. You shall bind them on your hand. Bind them on your hand, ain't that right? And be as bracelets between your eyes. I don't see it, son. You want to tell me you fear God? You don't fear no God, man. Fear what? When you fear him, you try to do everything he said. Ain't that right? That's why I got this. He said, is this a pretty jewel? A piece of diamond sticking out of it? This is a piece of rag, man. I got cut my pants. I cut my pants, son. And I ain't got none. But I cut it to get a piece of strong khaki. So my wife combined it together and made an opening. And now in here I got the law. I cut my khaki pants. Stop playing with me. Because the pig is open, that's what the pig is. For y'all too. Where the hell y'all think? If you don't straighten up your life, so after you one-on-one, you don't straighten out your life when you die, you tell me where you think you was. Where grace is that? You have to straighten out your life. You have to live different in the way your father and your mother taught you. I taught you to lie. I taught you deception. Ain't that right? I'm the one who put up when days coming out after Christmas, because we need to live Christmas. But when Hanukkah coming up, ain't that right? I think the internet Christmas. But them days coming up, I'm the one put up lights and all that stuff. I'm the one boosting up for Hanukkah and all that stuff. Birthdays, we should do birthdays. I'm the one setting up the birthdays. So I taught you all that. But guess what? And the old song said, the things I used to do, I do them on job more, my God. I don't do it no more. So where's your complaint? Well, like, you know God for 40 something years. You know God for 40 something years. You know God for 40, 60 years to something years. You know Him for 40 something years. So when is the change going to come? When is the change coming? When is the change coming? There is no change coming. Because if there was any changes coming, you would have started living. You would have started living. You end up with do this and do that. So well, this is what I'm doing. Now we ain't not no more, but God will like to what I'm doing. And by you restricting yourself like that, by those reading that 1, 2, or 3 times you got, you'll get better. You'll make it better. But you don't want to read more than that. You make it better. And by you want to make it better, you're going to do your best to get more. But we don't care. We don't care. So whatever includes yourself, trust me, understand that. But I can't improve myself. I can't. I ain't got no statute of law that I've been doing for years like Ezra to include myself. Ezra included himself, and he know when he included himself, even Moses, he's still good. He's still good because he got power out there. And I ain't got nothing behind me, man. I can't say I'm respecting God's laws unless the devil's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, well, I came from the bed of parents that weren't sinful before God. I can't say, well, my forefathers weren't sinful before God. I can't say that. I have a lot of things packing on my back. That's why I can't prove myself to God. I want to do better. I want to do better, oh Lord God. I want to do better. I will show you I will do better. I will not sin before me. I will do better. And that's all of us need to do better. You need to look in the mirror at yourself. Stop criticizing people. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. And you see a pocket full of dog pieces. Look at yourself. If you can't look at yourself and evaluate yourself when you need to take your time, evaluate the other people. People in the street passing, look at them. You got something to say about that? You want somebody to make better? Look at the way you dress. Look at the things that you wear. God gave us what jewelry to wear. He didn't give us wedding band and engagement ring. Wrong. So even on that. Jewelry gave us, he said, I gave you a beautiful jewelry to wear on your forehead. That's to protect you. This ain't beautiful jewelry enough. I don't know what we want, but we want people. But God said He gave us a beautiful jewelry to put up here in our rest. That's this. Let it drop. Let it like this, right? Huh? You know what? But he's slipping. He's slipping into the dream zone. Yoshaya. Don't slip into sleep. I see you sitting on the sleep position. Sit down. When you're alert, you sit like this. Okay. Now when you're going to drooping, I want to see alert. You're not alert like this, that means you don't want to hear it. There's no way in the world I could make you bored. Because I'm not speaking my words. I may not be speaking the words, part of the words of God that you like to hear, that you like to hear, that you all like to hear. But it's still the word of God. And we should engage ourselves and listen and entertain ourselves and like to listen everything that God says. That's what I'm saying, everything that God says. Even if it may not correlate with us, we may not like it because we violate it. But it's truth. So you should accustom yourself to accept the word of God, whether it's the offenders, whether it's the offenders because that was the Lord in there. We violate it. And then when somebody speaks about it, say, yeah, you talking about it? What are you talking about? You ain't that important. You ain't that important for a lump of stinking flesh. Or a man spend his time talking about it, and you ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Your feet dirty and your feet stink. Your nails is dirty. Understand? You take your shoes up and look it up between the doors, what they stink. So why should one entertain yourself focus on you and you ain't nobody? Get out of that zone. Get out of that zone. Look at yourself like that. You need to be corrected. You need to be corrected. And you don't know this one thing, so. Forget the fringes. You don't see it like rocking this one. And Shabbat, you may see one or two that got it all. During the week, they shed it. And this year, front up between your eyes, bracelet in your hand, you don't see them rocking this year. This is out. This is absolutely out. You don't see that? This is out. So let me ask you if you don't see this. I want to hear it. All right? Even if you ain't hearing it, I want to hear it. But I put you in the zone of being truthful. Not being truthful. I want to hear it. So we're going to think of Psalm 1.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
You is blessed. You see what God saying is blessed. Not because you want the 4 numbers. You want 2,500, 2,500. Yes. And you win every day as a God, and you win God every day. You're blessed. You ain't blessed. You may win the lotto or the mega. You know what I'm saying? You're blessed. Oh. That don't make you blessed. I know a lot of guys have got money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know myself personally. But you see them, they got money, they got big, they got healthy possessions, pretty cars, jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Fine, big mansions, their own homes and whatnot. And you say, well, they're blessed. No, they're not. They're not. I read one scripture that said, never count a man blessed until the day of his what? Of his death. He said, never count a nigga blessed until the day of his death. Then you go count him blessed. See how you go out. Then when Father went out, sleeping in the bed. You remember very few died in battle. Very few died in battle. They went out, they slept in the bed. So he said, never count a man blessed until the day of his death. Now you gotta cook, you gotta walk around. You say, Shalom. Yeah. Shalom, brother, how you doing? Give you a big grin. I am blessed. I am blessed. Look at this such an idiot. Oh, Lord, look at this idiot. Look at this buffoon. What such idiosyncrasy is this? I am blessed. I am blessed. Oh, please. Please. Don't do that. When you bless, you bless. Because they didn't try on the I am blessed. I am blessed. If I tell the word I am blessed, I am blessed. In that sense, blessed. Once you bless, you doesn't pay that no man. You don't pay the sunlight. I am blessed. Everybody. Now who are you with now? No, it's just how you doing, my brother? I see one brother that I said, somebody do my brother. He said, give me a great pow, pow. He said to him, bless. And then when he laughed, he gave me a fake smile. Bless. I don't want to be around like that. So wrong. Do you know that 99.9% of the people of God are simply today, which is the people of the world, they're psyched out. They have sight problems. 75, 80% of them are medication. I mean, Looney Tunes medication. I don't mean no arthritis. I don't know navel. Head problems. And then, these are the guys that we listen to that teaches us. These people that are on medication. They're psyched out. They're on medication. They're psyched to hell out. And these are the guys teaching people. And some of the doctors, who took all the medicine, some of the psych doctors that treat this guy or this. He said, wait a minute. He's teaching the people. He's psyched. He said, he don't believe nothing. He said that he's psyched. So a psych dude go in and out. Sometimes you speak good, sometimes you speak bad. And this is the people that we have our meetings. This is the people that we have our meetings. Psyched out people, son. The people are psyched. This is the people we have our meetings. So you say, if the head is sick, the what? The whole body is dying. That's why this is like arguing. Wow, the head is sick. So what do you think about the body? Come on. Psalm 1.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
He said, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. You say, you don't walk in the counsel of the ungodly. Counsel of the ungodly. That is my word. But if you don't walk in my word, then you're not walking in my way. You're not doing the things that I do. Okay, you don't walk, this is when I walk, not in the counsel of the ungodly. You don't walk in the ungodly counsel, you're not doing the things that they do. The ungodly lie, you don't lie. You don't lie never. The judge don't ask you a question. He wants you to tell your brother. He wants you to write your brother out. To write him out. You know what I'm saying? And those Israelites are rats. He wants you to write them out. What you do? You know, I didn't do with the judge. I've been put in that position before. You want me to write them? I look at him. Stop my lawyer. He said, let me address the court. I want to address the court. Your Honor, you tell the judge, go ahead. I said, Your Honor, all respect due, Your Honor. But I will not disrespect thy courtroom. I will disrespect your courtroom. And disrespect you by standing up here and keeping you alive. I'm not going to lie to you, Your Honor. But if I lie to you, Your Honor, I disrespect your courtroom. I'm not going to do it. The information that you are requesting of me, I cannot reveal it, Your Honor. So I cannot reveal it. I give myself to the mercy of the court. That's what man I got to do. Because my dying mind that he wants to do me. But I'm not telling. This one. He didn't even got me to call him and say, I'm going to give you another thing to call him. And maybe you could think about it. I didn't come back thinking about it. I forgot to say this. So you see, when you don't tell, when you speak the truth, there will be a man anywhere you go. Men that are truthful men, you get truthful men walk with death every day. Men that give you truth, you walk with death every day. But you're not going to tell on people. You're not going to turn on people. You know the penalty is death. You ain't listening, you ain't turning. That's why I told the judge. I did that before. I respect to you, but I cannot reveal the information that you are requesting. I cannot. I ain't getting my report. I said, I can't. And you know, my man, I don't write in the court. I don't need the report. He said, he can write that I did. I don't like him. He's a good man. He's a good man. What? Do with me what you want to do, Lord. That's why I get down. I don't tell on people. You can tell on people with your mouth. You can tell them body language. You can tell them with your action. I don't do none of that, son. I come out straight up and say, yo, I'm not telling you nothing, yo. Do with me what you want to do. I'm a mom. You man. Man. You have to be a man not today, not tomorrow. You have to be a man all the days of your life. Yeah, man don't go around revealing information. You guys are what? That you guys can go on, I'm going to hell. You know what I'm saying? That's what I told my wife, she believe I'm going to hell. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm doing what I'm going to do. I ain't giving up these people nothing. I ain't going to put them on crying or none of that. I'm not telling them nothing. So let's go, man. Let's go. So then God said, look, I mean, you man. I said, I tell you, rule over the woman. Because you know what it means. You man. And man's supposed to be strong, not weak. Well, man is no longer strong. They're weak now. They're weak. You know what I'm saying? They're weak. They're like constant. You see the ice that we eating? Man is weaker than that. I put the ice in my mouth, and my mouth is so hot inside, body temperature. The ice start melting and popping off in my mouth. That's how weak man is. So today, if I have a congregation, I would like to have a congregation of women. I don't want no dudes. You do walk around one no matter around me, man. But the average dude is weak. The average dude got look at him. He's weak, man. Give me the woman. The woman stronger than that. The woman stronger than that. She roll around better. Okay, the woman will get up and she'll go and get a job. The woman will say, look, I need a job. She'll go get one. But not this dude, man. He ain't gonna say he need a job. No, he ain't gonna say. He ain't getting no job. But she'll go and get one. Niggas are bums, man. The woman will go and get one. I don't conversation. I don't want women. Why do you think the church got so much money? Look at the churches. It's full of men or women. It's full of women. Like you bums. The men are bums. They won't work. They won't work and they're healthy. They mess up with their eyes and stuff like this. These dudes healthy and they won't work. They're bums. Look at the churches. Who packed the churches? Women. 95%. Women, and they got the paper. They got the paper in the restaurants. The women got the paper. Give me the woman. I don't want these dudes. That's why God focuses punishment. That's why God focuses punishment on who? He said, I will punish you. The gods of the earth. The gods of the earth. He focuses punishment on man, not on the woman. Whatever the women do, we let them do. We taught them. All the wickedness the women know, we taught it to them. Read that.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. You're not walking in that counsel. You go outside, you get a monkey talking about robbing somebody, and you go get over it. There's all this money in box, you walk over it. You hear the monkey again talking, say he got some fake tickets. Fake lottery tickets. Yo, fake lottery tickets, fake lotto, fake show tickets, fake car ball, scammers. What? You walk away. You don't want none of that. You don't want nothing to do with lies. They got them all out there. You don't want nothing to do with lies, trick and deceit. You don't want that. Because you cannot serve God in a lie and being tricked and being deceived. You know what I'm saying? If there is iniquity, David said, if there is iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. But he said, if there's iniquity in his heart, David said, he got wickedness in his heart. He got lying in his heart. He got deceit and trickery in his heart. God is not going to hear this prayer. He said, but the Lord has heard me because there's none of that in my heart. And that's what you have to do. You have iniquity, you got lying. You talk back to your father, talk back to your father, you're swine at them. And you think you have the heart, you don't want to pray, and think God is going to hear your prayer? What kind of a God you think he is? Are you not a God of the alley? I see people go out there and go now and he's going to listen to you. He don't listen to your prayer. You think he listens to that? Okay, you want to do, I say he listens, right? And you let him get down. You get down, he get down. And he's down with Elijah. Alright? You pray against him, he pray against you. You mention these things to God, he mentions your things to God. I keep doing it every day. So I'm going to give it. The guilty one will get it. I'll get down like that with anybody. Anybody. But it doesn't make sense to confess your sin. Then you go right back into it. You ain't stop lying. You still full of deceit, you still full of tricks. That's not good. When you confess your sin, you gotta stop sinning. You gotta leave them alone, read son. You gotta move it. Now you take up all this time, you know what I'm saying? Take up all this time on what you read, son.
Nor stand in the way of sinners.
Don't stand in the way of sinners. You ain't, I'm not going. I'm not going to make no jokes. I'm not sticking nothing up. That's why I ain't got no friends coming around. This place used to be packed with soldiers in there. But one day one of my soldiers comes to me and says, yo, Chief, listen, man, you got something good, son. You got something good. You're going to go make this joke. Look at him. I said, what? Make a joke? Drop my head. He said, what happened? I don't do that no more. I said, I don't joke. I said, I picked up my butt. I picked up my mosquito. I said, but I don't do that no more. Look at me. Shit, he said, next thing you want to know, j'ai entendu. He pays for. J'ai entendu. When he said, you know what I mean? Look at me, he said, you? I said, all about people. You know why? Because that was the main one that's sitting down. I was the first one coming with them. take things that don't belong to you. And that's why you see what, ever since that day, do you see any heathen friends come around? None. I have no friends come around me.
Paid it off.
They paid it off because I don't do jokes no more. I don't do jokes no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that no more. I don't rape no more. Once you take a woman and go into her and it's against her will, it's rape. If she said, no, don't do that, and you still go along, you raped her. How you doing, Artem?
I'm fine, Chief.
Very good, very good. Good to see you, lady. Good to see you, my lady. Anytime you take anything and the woman said, no, no. But she's not fighting because she's not strong. The point she understood. She's not strong. She said, no, let's not do that, let's not do that. She said, shut up. You move it away and go into her. You don't rape her. You don't rape your son. You know how many of these I done did? Don't really do me what more. Let's shut that off. Shut up. Did I thank you? Y'all will sit around and be hypocrites. The hypocrites are look. All y'all will look at just the hypocrites. You understand something? I keep it real, son. I make my confession before God. Yeah. God knows. You all may not know. You know what I'm saying? But God knows I do. And who am I to hide from God? I can't have from God. Reason.
Nor sit it in the seat of the scornful.
You don't sit in the seat of the scornful. To sit in the seat of the scornful is to walk like them, live like them, do the same things they do, eat the same type of food they eat. You dress like them. When you go out in the street, you can't even tell who you are from the scornful because you look the same. That's the problem. You look the same. Read.
But his delight is in the law of the Lord.
His delight is in the law of the Lord. His delight in the Lord of the Lord. You have a dictionary? You find out what delight is. Right. His delight is in the laws of God. What do we delight in? I delight in my girlfriend. You know, I don't make me a cutie, son. I got a cutie, son. She's cute, son. She's live, son. She's live. She's really live, son. She's pretty. You know what I mean? She's not really black, no. She's not really dark, no. She's brown skin. She's light skin. Mama good, man. She's light skin. She's light skin. You know what I mean? She look like one of them Indians. Nice, that little brown skin, the really cool brown. Hey, you see my game, right? My game is up there. You know, like the Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl is next month, next year, right? Next year. But you got your tickets a year ahead of time. So, reserve tickets, son. And that's all these monkeys that go into that place where God spoke about. Called it Shabbat, born, the pit. All y'all got your tickets already reserved. You could cancel it. But right, for God to cancel that ticket, your behavior before God doesn't change. And your behavior is not changing. You are becoming more wrathful, more of a rat. More rat ways is coming into you. You're not getting any better. You're getting worse.
Delight.
Delight.
Extreme satisfaction.
You know what I'm saying? But his delight is in the law of the Lord. It's an extreme satisfaction. You say you well satisfied, you're good, you don't need nothing else. This is all I need. This is all I need. So if this is all I need, and all I have to eat today is a piece of bread, and the water in the faucet, a piece of cheese there, I would eat it. You know what I mean, Adam? I would eat it. You want to sleep later? You want to sleep?
Excuse me?
Are you going to sleep?
No.
Good. Good. That's all I have. Then I will eat a piece of dry bread, you know what I'm saying? A piece of cheese in between it, and drink my water, and I will what?
Extremely satisfied.
I will be extremely satisfied. because I'm eating, I'm doing the thing. Number one, I'm eating the things that God gave me, number one. And number two, I'm not stealing it. I am not stealing it. You can't eat stolen food.
That's right.
He said, cursed is the man that turned away his ear from hearing the what? The law. So when you all get up to go to the bathroom, make sure it's truth. Don't go in here because you don't want to hear this brother, you don't want to hear that one, you don't want to hear this. Don't go in the bathroom and do strange. You know what I'm saying, son? That thing I don't know. You know what I mean? But you're saying, laughing. You know what I mean? They go to the bathroom. Yeah, man, I don't know what's wrong with that, but stop that. You know what I mean? He's a bathroom now. You know what I'm saying? In the bathroom. Oh, you think I know? You think I went to school to learn this? No, I didn't go to school to learn this. How do I learn it? Because I used to do it. Yeah. Oh, son. What time is it, son? 1:40. Okay. What is it? I can't stay up there and kick. But time is moving, you heard? Time is moving, son. So we're going to go into Nahum. Nahum, I think it's 3. These men. I just only wish the men will be men. You know what I'm saying, Brian? I need the men to be real men, so that's what they need. I want real men. That's his name. Now, now, what happened? See? Okay, right about now. 149. I don't want that right there. 110. Okay, no, 149. That's a 39. 2 o'clock. Okay? So if the one is 2 o'clock, okay? At 2 o'clock, I'm gonna make my move the haste. Right? Right now, I will need you. God, that is not this. Not this issue, not this thing. I'm saying right now, he said, you get no, son. He said, honor your father and your mother, ain't that right?
Right.
At that age to be long. He said, honor them. What do their father and mother ain't get to know honor? For you to get your honor, you need a ratchet. Oh, you know what a ratchet is? It's a pestle. You keep it dear. Let your sons them see it. And anytime they know they're going to around, you pull your ratchet up and attack one of them. Make sure you have your plane ticket. Your bag is packed. So when you cap it, you hit it. And Alexa, call that. Move. I don't lick the ungodly one. Anyone that want to rear up his father, you need to die. If you like to rear up on your father, and your father gets in the flat with his man down the block, you know what I mean? Talk with him and set you up. So when you go downstairs to go to the store to get your Lucy's, you get lick up. That ain't no murder. You deserve to die. That's how protected it. I ain't taking this legal group. The world is full of Negroes. The world is full of niggas. Niggas and Negroes cannot do God command. Why? Because they think too much of themselves. And they think too much of themselves and they ain't got nothing. They can't even beat themselves. They have to go on bed. All they do is black dudes out there, dude walking, like you walk up to the floor, like he's a killer, got all that junk. All of them got EBT. Beggars. What God says? He said, live not the life of a what? A beggar. You might look in the radio. Right with the
Safety.
Satan, what the name they do with the Babylon.
Oh,
Do the man. Do the pop jump to Babylon. Right. Yeah, Babylon. Babylon to that. You might look. No, not yet, man. The one with the left coming out of Babylon. I was with Africa, and you come out of Babylon. You way up in the books, man. I read the Bible. Just coming out of Babylon. And Nehemiah. No Nehemiah time. You know that Sambalat though. Sambalat, you know. But they can write the Sambalat. Because Sambalat they write with the raiders. That's right. They ride with the raiders, and they go take your stuff. Oh, you got something, go take it. So instead of living the life of a beggar, you pay to ride with the raiders. With the raiders. You ain't gonna rob, you ain't gonna steal. A thief. And a man that raids is different. When you're a raider, you don't sneak up and do nothing. You come in front of people, messing up, I'm taking that because I give me that. Raiders. But if you ride like that, and to be a thief, and a liar before God. You know, right, my God. So where are we now?
Nahum, chapter 3.
We went to Nahum, 3rd chapter.
Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. They pray, the prey departed not.
So woe to the what?
Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery.
It is full of lies and robbery. What do you all think he's calling the bloody city? Jerusalem, you know. All right? So take up all them good, pretty robes you like to put on and look like you all good with God. It's like you ain't nothing but a living a life, a lie. Your entire life is lies. Bastards. Your entire life is lies, man. You're heathen. Or you ain't gonna call yourself a heathen, but you like the same thing this heathen like. The same thing he like, you like. I think you are high. You're gonna wait the Super Bowl come through. I'm gonna call Ari. I'm gonna let you make me talk. I say, yo, what up, Ari? He looked at Super Bowl, he said, come on, okay? He said, come on, okay? Super Bowl, watching Super Bowl and all those people that make the money mostly after niggas and regular whites. And Jewish people don't get down with that like that stuff. Dude. We the heathen. We the one that delight in things what the heathen do. Once you like what they do, you like what they eat, you like how they dress, you them. Now you look at the Jews, then they all got flick too. They're wearing skinny jeans. Yeah. Ain't that right now? The Jewish man, you know, these damn thing more skinny than the niggas. Yeah, brother. Skinny jeans, son. Skinny tops. Like Captain Kirk. You know Captain Kirk? Star Trek. Got skinny tops. You wear skinny tops, you wear skinny jeans. Now, before, you said follow not the ways. And the heathen ain't that right. Look here. What do you call this? T-what? T-shirts. See my t-shirt? Yeah, I learned this from Prince Yaakov. T-shirts come over your lawn. Over your lawn. But somehow, when you walk in a crowd of people, especially the women come here, and your t-shirts up here, and real close, you know where the women will look? You know where the women will look? They're going to focus right on your groin. Your wife will look at the man groin. It ain't nothing but a second. Oh. So Prince Yaakov said, make your t-shirts come past your lawn. I read about Yaakov. So I've been caring what I learned from my teacher. But today, today people don't wear a t-shirt like this stuff. So today is not only t-shirts up in here, like this, to show your bump right here. Today, Niggas are wearing baby shirts. Niggas go to the store. Come on, see, I got me some t-shirts. Wait till they put it on. When they put it on, you think you don't force yourself in your son's t-shirt. When the nigga put it on, the t-shirt up here, you can see his name go like he's a broad. You know, it's born in the 40s, man. My wife could tell you who showed their name back in the 40s and 60s. Women. Women wore them tops. Once you walk, you know, you see her navel. Now, that's why her navel is really pretty. Yeah, she ain't got the bump up navel with the bump. No, she ain't got this kind of navel. Her navel is really pretty sunken, and it's really pretty, stomach smooth. This is the way I see men today. They make sure to buy the smallest t-shirt in the store. They go and buy a t-shirt, they go to the children's section, and I'm blown off. Yes, and they're in here too. They're in here right now. God, you go to the children's section. Yeah. Go to the children's section. I don't need no help, I don't need no help. Don't say nothing. So it's not the problem. Don't do nothing. Because it's not the truth, you say not the mouth. The t-shirt come up here. If you say to the neighbors. If a man ain't got his t-shirt, no. Hold on. You see this stuff? You see this? Anybody stop me like this? No. Shut up! Shut up! This is all real nice stuff. This is what Prince Yakov told me to wear. You hear me? Hear me? You know, t-shirt. Now what does you know the t-shirt is up here? You can see the label, you hear me? And the top of the bag is extremely tight and the pants is tight. Now good, please, sir. It's a girl, man. It's a feminine, it's a girl, it's a man that got girl in them, but they're hiding it. You have to fight to hide it, please, brother. I don't want to hear no comments in the audience, but all y'all the same. I don't want to hear no damn comments. Alright? No comments.
The noise of a whip, the noise of the rattling
The noise of a whip,
and the noise of the rattling of the wheels,
the noise of the rattling of wheels, the wheels, the rattling wheels.
and of the prancing horses.
Of the prancing horse, the prancing horse is the horse that
Yeah.
the rattling. And the horses are dropping around here.
And of the jumping chariots.
The jumping chariots.
The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their course. They stumble upon their course, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
The nations of witchcraft, that's Babylon. That's more Babylonia. The nations of witchcraft. That do what?
The mistress that selleth nations through her whoredoms.
Through her whoredoms.
And families through her witchcraft.
Families through her witchcraft. Babylonia. That's where my father Abraham came from. Around the Chaldean. That's why God said, yo, Abraham, you my father. Born in Chaldean. And like you're born in a town where everybody in town worship images, but you're the only one to step away from it. You're going to be funny. You're the only one to step away from it. Everybody else worship images. Everybody worship images.
Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
Behold, I'm against thee, saith the Lord of hosts.
And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
I will discover your skirts upon that face.
And I will show the nations thy nakedness.
I will show the nations that naked. If you will discover your skirts upon your face, you may say, well, let your naked skirts up upon your face. That's why I say today, the thing is not only tight pants, it's tight skirts, short skirts. Tight skirts, short skirts. So the woman there ain't got no more long skirts. The one that got it long is really tight. It's really tight. Some got it right there above the knee. Everybody is dressing the way they want to dress. Nobody is doing God's will. Nobody is doing God's will. Nobody is doing God's command. Nobody is better than doing God's command. Nobody is better than doing God. They're all doing what they want to do. I dress what I want to dress. I wear my top the way I want to wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. The woman top almost like this. The woman top came up like this. But today, the woman top here. Like this. Like this. Like this. So you can see my breasts. So you can see the bulk of me popping up like this. That's what men look like. If you dress like that, no one sure you dress like a whore. That's the attire of a whore. So you just hanging down like this, yeah. So low, so thin. And the material so thin, and you can see the nipples protruding the material like the head of a bullet. What you doing dressing with your top down like this? I seen women with the top down like this, yeah. You see? I see that look like that. I want to hear you.
Yeah.
You see that? Come down here. Repeat. Repeat. What can I start with that? She's dressed like a whore. Skirts above the knee, but the skirt below the knee. But they're really tight. But you have to take steps like she olive oil. You know olive oil by my wife?
Yeah.
All right then. It's not good. You're tie up on whore. You dress like a whore. Same level that they are tie up on olive. There's a certain way olive will dress to draw men attention. Just like it's a certain way package will dress to draw men attention. That's why if you straight, you ain't got no business wearing no skinny jeans. You see, when a man put on skinny jeans, he think he's straight. Because he feels straight up to them. Because the stuff, the part in you that's kinky is all the way inside behind your pancreas. Behind your pancreas, you don't know yet. You don't know that you have kinky blood in you. But you know there's one thing, you like the skinny jeans. You like the skinny tops. You like the skinny short tops. You like all of them. But you don't wonder why do you like it? Because you got a freak gene in you. You got a gene inside you, behind your pancreas, and it's freakish. You can seek it out and kill it. And get rid of it. Because it's hard indeed to God. But most of us don't. Most of us go and accept that skinny gene and go 8100 with that skinny gene. And most of us, what we do, instead of going in like this, we live what? Dual life. We live a double life. We live a double life. That's why you got the men you call bisexuals. They go both ways.
Right.
Is that a double life?
Yes, it is.
Today I'm a man. I don't bring that to this. Not today. But next week, next few months, you see me doing the bios. No, I'm in bios. No, I'm bisexual. And most of the men are living like that.
Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
So if you want today, on the exposedness of God, He's going to show the nations your nakedness. He's going to expose your nakedness. He's going to expose your shame. He's going to expose it. Well, back then, you took the dress, now you got to hold your heel. Now, a woman, she'll look around with her long dresses, right? You can see her ankle. You can see her ankle. Is that good? Nah, that ain't done like that. That ain't done like that, son. You didn't see no ankles. You didn't see no calves. Isn't that right, brother? You didn't see no calves, you didn't see no ankles. Let them want to show their calves, you want to show your ankles, and you want people to treat you with dignity and respect, and you dress like a whore. They didn't dress like that. You get Jezebel didn't even dress like that.
No.
And because what Jezebel was in her home. She wasn't no whore, she was just breathing on evil. You know what I'm saying? And if I make anybody in the congregation discomfort, or I make you feel discomfort, and I usually, I'm not going to tell you I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell you I'm sorry. You're supposed to feel that way. You know what? Not feel that way, change your way of living. When people speak something that's right and godly, it won't get you like that. Change your way of living.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and set thee as what? Make you vile.
Make you vile.
And set you as a what?
As a gazing stock.
That's what it is. That's what black folks got today. Everybody's a gazing stock. Everybody got some stuff, something slick to say about you. That's right. Everybody got something slick to say about you. Look at the dumbest people in the world got some slick stuff to say about black folks. Read.
And it shall come to pass that all that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? When shall I see comforters for thee? Art thou better than Populus? No, that was situated among the rivers, that had the waters round about, whose rampart was the sea, and Ethiopia and Egypt were her strength, and it was infinite. Put and Lubi were thy helpers. Yet she was carried away, she went into captivity. Her young children also were dashed in pieces at the top of all the streets. And they cast lots for her honorable men, and all her great men were bound in chains. Thou also shalt be drunken.
That's how you went in. All the great men bound in chains. Shackled down. That's how we went into Babylon. That's how we went into Syria, Gentiles, Persia, Egypt. We went into all of them that shackled down. See?
Thou also shalt be drunken, thou shalt be hid, thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy. All thy strongholds shall be like fig trees, with the first ripe figs. If they be shaken, they shall even fall into the mouth of the eagle. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women.
Wait a minute. He said, behold. Behold means innate. Innate. He said that people,
Thy people in the midst of thee are women.
We think he called a woman a woman. We think he called a woman a woman. Men. He said that people in the midst of thee are women. He called us women. So we women. And you can look among the men today and see that they are women. When God pronounced that prophecy there, we know all that prophecy we get. That wasn't for them. They pronounced prophecy in advance. Actually, way in advance. That wasn't for them. That's for now. That's for now. Today, when you see the man want to be dressed and look like a woman, not that man. Not that man. Today, you find niggas will do whatever they got to do to grow breast like a woman. To grow breast like a woman and to grow giant nipples like a woman. Today, when you see that, not that. So when he said that people are going to are what?
Are women.
They are women. Calling us women. Calling us broad. That's why he said today. The man is the one wearing the skinny jeans and the skinny jeans and the skinny top. The man is the one that gossip worse than women. Men gossip worse than women. Men gossip worse than women. That's why I don't want women around. I don't want you dudes, man. If you're not real men. You gossip too much, man. You always gossip to say about somebody else. You always. I'm in the circle, so I know. You always gossip to say about somebody else. What are you talking about yourself? When you talk about your children are little perverted freak children. What you talk about them? You always want to engage in somebody else's life. Talk about yourself. Talk about the things that you like. Talk about that. Talk about the things that you like when you go in the blue room with your woman. Talk about that. The funny, cheeky business you like to do when you down go through. Talk about that and leave people business, leave people like that alone. Talk about yourself. How you like to look at things that ain't yours, including people's woman. She ain't yours. She ain't yours, man. Whatever ain't yours is not neutral. If it ain't yours, it's somebody else's own. It's nothing neutral. Please.
The gates of thy land shall be set wide open unto thine enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. Draw thee waters for the siege. Fortify the strongholds. Go into clay and tread the mortar.
I gotta go back to that stuff. That's what he's done. Call us broad. Who did the things up, man? Who always talking about, I have something to say about this tablet, man. Who go all out in your dress wear to show that you are feminine, man? Woman got on the jeans, the man got on the jeans, the nigga jeans is tighter than the woman on. Yeah. Then you go to the store, you say that they want, they're a woman. Why when you go to the store, the woman that's sick? Why when you go to the store, you go to, nothing they do, they don't even go to the children's section, son. They go to the baby section, buy baby t-shirts. Then they take it and go home and force themselves into it. When a nigga come into the party, you go, what the hell is nigga got on? T-shirt is up here. Because she's neighbor, then you see all his back. And that's strong business, Joe. Strong business, man. That's strong business. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Something wrong with you. Come on, good man. There's a few wearing t-shirts like that, showing your knees and legs, stuff. You go like your nigga, you go back into your belly button. What are you showing the button? You don't really not show that like that. Unless you kinky. I mean, the real kinky. Real kinky. Walk around with stuff up here. I could see your tummy. And then I just come up your tummy. I could see your tummy. I know you got that and all. But if you have any man, any hole in you, you got the man, you need to start changing that man. That. Because your father's in this book. They never wrote nothing like that. You should be ashamed of yourself. To be walking around in something that you can't tell the difference if it's a woman or a man. You can't tell the difference. If it's your daughter home, or if it's your daughter home, or if it's your son home. Because they both cut a rock the same. That's not good. Israelites never did engage. We are the people, we never did engage in unisex. Which means the men and the women rock the same thing. That's what's going on today. Men and women rock the same type of t-shirt, same jeans. You know what I'm saying? You got your t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? A daughter come in with a t-shirt, look. He looks the same. You know what I'm saying? I see my daughter come on, she come outside, a t-shirt. I said, why? What are you doing with your brother's t-shirt on? And the only reason I sent her to master, I told her, what are you doing with your brother's t-shirt on? Because they look the same. She said, no, Abby. This is my t-shirt. This is not my brother's. She said, mine. I said, look the same. This is what men is doing. Men are beginning to adapt to the attire of women. Skinny top, skinny bottom, clothes, short. You need to take yourself and put yourself in the slow lane. Go in the slow lane. Not with the green light. Go in the slow lane with the yellow light. Move slow. And correct yourself like the move. Correct yourself. And the thing what men are wearing today is the attire, it's feminine attire. Feminine attire. Alright? The garment is supposed to come down and cover the going your line. Anything above your waist is feminine. You need to stop. You need to stop. Okay. No. Hold on, there's no. Go down. Yeah. Men dress like women today. You go to the beauty salon, you find more niggas than there are women. Yeah. And they always gonna know what. You can't go in your bar, they just up your top, their t-shirts up off your back. Like a woman. So if the t-shirt like that up off your back, you don't say a damn thing. And the woman ain't gonna tell you nothing. You know that, right? Most mothers is not gonna say anything to the son. You know why? Because they like the son. When the more feminine the son is the more the mother likes. You know, the more she likes, the more she agrees with it. And it's more like her. Hashem, I'm telling you. Speaking and teaching indeed. That's Hashem. Well, actually, that makes you very uncomfortable. That's what he's where you need to get. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't looking for your donation. I ain't looking for nice words from you. You spoke for it. You did this. I don't want you none of that from you. Let's sneak up here. I want you none of that from you. I'm going to teach you where it hurts. Show you the germ and the feminine that you got in you. You ain't got no business rocking them kind of t-shirt that come up to your navel. If you ready to go down there, keep you like young brown or something. You know what I'm saying? You don't read that. You got the money, you need to come out of it. I know you didn't come out of it. I know you didn't come out of it. It's not because your father's a man, you're a man. Your father could be a man and like men things, but you like women things. Your mother could be a woman and she like women things straight up. But you like men things and that puts you in the bracket of a dyke. So you don't have to be the way your mother is, you have to be the way your father is. Today, you got your own one way, think of it. Right. Your own way. Strong like I see someone. That's your own way. That's your own way. Mothers love the sons. Hey, mothers love the sons today that are feminine. The feminine and macho, the mama will love the feminine one. Yeah, she gonna love the feminine one. She gonna love the one that straight by you. You be a woman stuff and you be a man stuff. She gonna love that one. She gonna love that one. Go on the ground. The brand is going up there. Are you taking all along my little brand up there? My girl, you're taking a damn time and you got a problem. My little brand up there. That was the instructor was to say that. You're taking a damn time. Yeah. Well, that would tell him anything, right? Yeah. I would talk to him right now, come in there, right? Yeah. I could bark at him right now, you hear me? Right. You know that, right? My God, Dr. says, he won't get up and give no swag. None of that. None of that. But you trying to talk. None of that. Then you gotta sit right here, you leave, and you in my cross. The other guys are so bad and so tough, but neither one of them got a ratchet. You have a ratchet. And when you go inside police prison, you pull out your ratchet. You ain't got none of that. You go inside police prison, you can skin your behind up in the air, like this. But yet you want to come up in God convocation and deal with a man. I can't tell you. And she's a woman, and you ain't got no ratchet. All bad men, all people are ratchet. You're supposed to own a ratchet. So don't get no way. You have to speak very elevated conversation about the problem. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because they never disrespect me, they never talk back to me. And I'm guiding them in public, you know, like you there. I don't get it. That's commendable, you ain't done. I hope you respect your father and your mother the same way. Like you do that. Don't follow these Negroes. American Negro is a problem. That's why you see there's certain people, and there's certain people that God packed in them ships and allowed to be sold all over the world. Do you do that to all people? No. A certain people. Do not stop thinking yourself of being all big and being all that. There's a certain people in that right. And those certain people, they're living a life of what? Of beggars. Niggas are begging. They got EBT, they got Medicare, they got Medicaid, they got these, but still yet the white man is not good. So what is it going to take to make this white man good? He's giving you everything. You see? That's why God don't want it. They want it. They want it. They want it. They want it. But we are grateful. People like that who come to your house, you hold them down, you bend them down, you feed them, and turn around, turn on you. You hear me? You don't need that. This is the type of people we're talking to about God. It's a waste of time. All this year what we're doing is a waste of time. But people ain't going to change and repent. I've been doing this for 50 years. Yes, 50 years or better. And in the 50 years or better, I haven't seen no great changes. I see great changes for the worse, but not for the better. So what profit it is? And I told my woman, so that we get it together, I'm going to go among the white Jews you heard. Yeah, I'm going to convert. And I'm going to turn Jewish and go with them. I ain't got no time to mess with y'all. Y'all ain't no damn good. I've been seeing you for all the years. And there's no good changes. Changes come but for the worse. You understand, sir? For the worse. And I don't need this. I don't want to be around people like that. Yeah, they got their ways from God. And they change got their little ways or what that. But if God accepts it, believe me, I could accept it. If God accepts it, I could accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead, son. Go ahead.
First of all, we don't understand God of God. Big body and big God, on side God. We just go to the time for this whole thing. We want to provide decent patients. Most high. So man can make contact.
Hey, brother. You will. Well, like, man, you want to stretch your leg, you can't stand, you have to let out the slide or whatever. Not here. Not here. Not whatever.
First of all, no honor and praise to God of God of right. Big body and big God, the most high God. Who goes on the consciousness of all things. We want to provide decent patients. Most high. So man can make contact. Give liberty and transgression. For who by no means will give this sin iniquity that falls upon you, he will return according to the most high. So it's perfect for all things, justice and our peoples. And without iniquity, just like see. Give it to the straight mind to them. And it is the something I see of it. To achievement, Christians, well, resistance. See how she was talking about forefathers. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, God.
People be coming around here. People come around. And they come around. And they come around. And they come around. But they don't come for the right purpose. The purpose is to serve God and to do His laws. To serve God and do His laws. That's the purpose why we gather and assemble on Shabbat. The purpose, and when you come to serve this God, your ways gotta change with it. Your ways gotta change with doing these laws. The way you think gotta change with doing these laws. The way you move gotta change with doing these laws, commandments, and statutes. If your ways don't change according to what the book says, then you don't need to come around. If you don't change your thinking pattern, because it takes a certain type of thinking, it takes a way of thinking. It takes a certain type of thinking to do these laws. You can't do the laws of God with the mentality of a heathen. Because when you have the mentality of a heathen, then when you start thinking like a heathen, what is a heathen? Who are heathens? heathens. What's a Gentile? What is a heathen? A heathen is one that don't follow the rules or the laws of God. That's a heathen. You know who else is a heathen? I see you today, I won't see you 2 months later. I see you today, I won't see you 2 years later. You come see and you come sad. Now you see me, now you don't. But your mentality got to change towards these laws. So if my mentality don't change towards these laws, then guess what? I'm not going to accept that. You're not going to accept that, man. You're not going to accept that, woman. The woman, nor the men will accept that. You know why we ain't going to accept that? Because our mentality is of heathenistic mentality. We think and move like heathens. So when you think and move like heathens, the way you think is the way you are. The way you think is the way you are. The way you think is the way you are. And then when you think in that way, you start to talk against God. You start to talk against God. By talking about what you don't accept and what you don't like. But God accepts it. God accepts it. Right? He gave us positive and negative precepts. Right. Positive and negative laws. Commandments. Statutes. Thou shalt not. Thou shalt not. Thou shalt not. Thou shalt. So there are things in this book that God accepts. And there are things inside this book that He don't accept. But guess what? You don't accept the things that God accepts. And you disagree with the things that God accepts. That's right, brother. That's right. What are we doing arguing about or debating about the things that God accepts? There's no need to argue and debate about this. God accepted, you accept it. There's nothing to talk about. Right. Ain't nothing to talk about. That's right. Ain't nothing to talk about. The laws changes hearts, mind, actions. Actions. Because before I would look at what you have and steal it and take it. Or before I would look and say, man, someone did this. And then I start going by, man, the last one that was here was him. But I ain't seen you do it. But the law changed my actions. Now I'm not saying it's you no more because I ain't seen you take it. The law changes your mind and the way you think. Heart, mind, and action. That's what these laws does. Right. Till then, till those things get changed, till you change those things to the order of God, to the order of the laws of God, then you can't serve this God. You can't do these laws. No, you can't. No, you can't. We're not supposed to be like that. We're not supposed to be like the people round about. You know? That's why God gave us these laws to change us and differentiate us, to separate us from the people round about us. And these laws change you so much and inflict you so much that not even blood or family could come near me. My sisters have get-togethers, but they don't call me. You know why? They know how I live and the standards that you bind yourself, your life by. The standards that we bind ourselves by is supposed to be all through the book, through these laws, commandments, and statutes. We're going to go into Exodus chapter 20, basics. We spent 430 years in Egypt, and we served the Egyptians. We serve their gods. We live like unto the Egyptians, like unto them. We were the Egyptians. We were them because we stayed so long in Egypt. Why else God would leave a people in a place for so many years, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years? You know why? To lose you. To lose you. To lose you. It's saying, God spoke all these words saying, I am the Lord thy God who brought thee out from the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. 430 years they stayed in Egypt. When they were in Egypt, there's no way they could have served this God or did these laws, commandments, and statutes, because they're under another government. They're under another rulership. Sacrifice, there's no sacrifice when they was in Egypt. There's none of that. None of that went down while they was in Egypt, because they was under another government. Under another government, different country. So the Most High said, only because of the promise that he had, the agreement that he had with Abraham, he said, I will deliver this people out of this land. And that's what took place. And that's what took place. The Most High delivered Israel. Delivered Israel out of Egypt. Delivered them out of Egypt by a mighty hand. By a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. By his right hand, he delivered Israel out of Egypt. And we still didn't believe. We didn't believe God. Through seeing the signs and wonders and everything that went down in Egypt, we still did not believe God. Still didn't believe God. And he showed himself, showed his glory, did this, did that. We still didn't believe God. And now, the so-called black man, the so-called black woman, now we're here in America and we still don't believe God. We still don't believe God. We want to follow after the people and serve their gods and live life unto the people by doing the same thing like the people. He said, thou shalt not have other gods before me. Other gods are kerim. Other gods ought to go after. Other means a thing or a person opposite to. Opposite to God. Yes, you're opposite to God. Anytime we go against what the rule book says, you're opposite. You're different. So that makes you under another rulership, under another standard of another idol, of a God, of a different God, not of the Most High. To go after means to have the same views. You view this particular matter the same way as a heathen view it. You see this matter the same way as this person views it. You're the same. You're just the same. We're the same. We're the same. There's no difference. There's no difference in the people. He said, thou shalt not make for thyself a graven image. Rota sen leka fesel. Fesel is a statue, an idol, or a bust. An idol is the likeness of anything. The likeness of anything has become an idol. But most I was specific. Tabni, zakar unekeba, male or female. Those are likenesses of male and female. When you go in people's houses, and you see pictures, sit up high. You have a household of households. This is no other but a house of gods. House of gods. A house of gods. Because God said he hates images. He despised images. And you put yourself before God and you keep these images. which God despises, which makes you despise in God's eyes. So stop telling the people about God love us. Oh, God love this people. God don't love us. You know why? Because we go against God. We go against his rules. We go against his laws. So how God is gonna love you and you go against everything that's in the book? How? How God is gonna love you and you go against what he told you to do? The rules. How? How? He said, thou shalt not make for thyself a graven image. A graven image, a statue, or an idol, or a bust. God hates images. You go in Israelite houses, you find dolls. You find little terrapins. You know what terrapins is? Household idols, household gods, miniature, small little images. And these things are despised by God. But people still have it in their house. And then they go and buy it for kids, buy it for their children. They go and buy it for their children. And let their children play with it. Now, guess what? This is not JC. If he despises you, he's going to despise your seed. If he despises you and you do things for God to despise you, he will despise your seed.
They have children, so remember that.
He will despise your seed. We do things to be despised in the eyes of God.
Remember that.
By going against what the law said.
That's right.
By going against what the commandments said.
That's right, brother.
By accepting the things that God do not accept.
Accept the things that Satan accepts.
Accepting the things that God don't accept.
President queers.
He said, thou shalt not make for thyself a graven image, nor any form. We call Temuna. Temuna is a picture. Nobody has yet to explain that to me. Nobody. And they can't explain it. Because they're always putting their own opinion and their own thoughts and what they think and how they feel. You know why? Because it's against what they believe. It's against them. So you talk against it and you oppose it and put different opinions and thoughts and how you feel to it. But it ain't that way. It ain't that way. He said pictures. He said, look, like how to move up. He said that is in the heaven above. That is in the earth beneath. Or that is in the waters under the earth. There's no way we are supposed to be having images of what's in the heavens. No images of what's in the waters, of fishes and sharks. No images of these things. No images of what's on land, on earth. Cattle, beasts, man, woman, creeping things. These are things that God said to stay away from it. Because when we do the things or go against what God says, those things alter and flip. It changes your spirit. It flips you. And it leaves an opening. And it opening for wickedness, for evil. That's why the Most High went to Cain. He said, if you do what's good, he said, shouldn't you be accepted? He said, you'll be accepted. I will exalt you. What is good? What is good? I only know good to be one way. You can't tell me you're a good man if you ain't following what the law says. You can't tell me you're a good woman if you're not following what the law says. And I only know what God said to be righteous when you go against that. Don't tell me, oh, you're looking at other women and you're supposed to be a righteous man. Did God say that a righteous man not supposed to look at other women? No. So, what is your definition of a righteous? My definition of a righteous man is all from the book. Whatever God said is good. Whatever he said is not good, is not good. Whatever you think is not good, show me it in the book, brother. You show me what you say is not good in the book. And if you can't find it, then don't tell me that. I don't want to hear it. It's not voicing it. Because now you adding on. Now you want to add on to God. Now you want to add on and take away from what God says. And that's the people's problem. You know that? That is the people's problem. We want to add on and take away from what God already got from the standards that's already founded. It's already grounded. It's already there. There's nothing to be flipped or changed or take away or add on. There's nothing to be taken away or add on. The perfection of the laws of God is right here. It's perfect. It's perfect. There's no loopholes in that law because no man came up with that. There is no man that came up with these laws. No man came up with that. No man. God came up with those laws. God in his infinite wisdom, infinite meaning that all our meaning forever, it continues. Infinity. His infinite wisdom came up with those laws. And there was no one helping him. There was nobody with him. When his spirit hovered over the face of the waters, he hovered and glided over those waters alone. And the only reason why he created our earth and all that is for living. It's for the purpose of people to live. He said, look. He said, look, when God did this, he said his mind and his purpose was for Israel from the beginning. In the beginning, he had Israel in thought. From in Genesis chapter 1, God had Israel for a reason. Had Israel from the thought from then.
See, that's one place they said. I don't know what hear my teachers said. Before the borders of the foundation was laid, he said, then was the sons of Jacob consistent. So long as they were around. Nobody know that saying. I heard that saying. But you have to hear it. You know, you ain't gonna read it. You ain't gonna read it. So long as they're around. So when you look at the about you, you have to stay your faith, and you can't walk. You can't walk. You know, dead. You can't walk. I was dead, and I would even run. I wake up almost up. I'm dead to things. Find your sights, and play with your sights. Don't play with me. I'm getting tired. Somebody's gonna lay up. You're gonna be arbitrary. Oh, you're arbitrary what? Somebody's died. You'll be arbitrary. Find somebody to play with. I ain't the one. You bring it up. I ain't the one. Because you'll be arbitrary. Find someone that's to play with. Don't like this yet, don't come here and stir nothing up. Don't come up here. Leave now. But if you come here, you're back by the rules and you don't provoke somebody. Niggas that provoke who that book? Moses. They provoke Moses, son. They provoke Moses. That's what Jan Moses up in that right brother. He said, hang on, say the Lord, you guys about in that right brother. Right. Provoke the man. Don't do that. It's a nice people. Nice people. We bet. You will meet bet. Somebody will meet you at that cheap. Is it a nice thing to do, son? Provoke Moses, son. Let Moses provoke you. You know what? You got angry. After you getting angry, once you get angry, you become a fool. You do foolish things. He said, the wrong word out of his mouth. And all he did, he cursed those dirty words. What's not dirty words like that? All he did is to make a separation. Make a separation between England and God. That's what niggas will do. That's what that old generation that came out of Egypt they died because they were niggas. All died. They all died in the woods.
Moses went to Cain, he said, listen. He said, if you do what's good, I will exalt you. I only know good to be one way. I only know good to be one way, following God's law. That's good. Once you're not following the laws of God, you're not good. You're not good. So if you ain't good, what are you? Evil, wicked. That's what you are. But people don't want to accept that. People don't want to accept and say they're evil. Yeah, you're evil. Yes, you're wicked. Because you go against the laws of God. And you do it, and you choose what you want to do. You choose and you decide what you want to do. You don't channel and order your life according to what God says. There's a lot of things I like to do, but I don't do it because of this. There's a lot of things we like to do, but we shouldn't do it because of this. But who cares about this? Who cares about the laws of God? Who cares about thou shalt and thou shalt not? All I care about is me and how I feel. All I care about is me and how I feel. And if it affects me, that's all I care about. Only about you. Huh? That's all I care about. Only about you. That's right. You only care about me. It's dollars. So now what? If I eat your bread and turn on you, boy, that's a dog. That's a dog. David complain about niggas like that. Ain't that right? Psalm 41. Say, eat up his bread and crunch up in my God. There's still flesh on him, son. And it's dogs. It was dogs. You hear me? And don't get infatuated. Because most of you, you will have sons. You will have sons that will do that to you. You hear me? They're going to eat your bread like that, and then it's dogs. They may turn on you. Well, guess who will turn? There's one thing I know. I mean, you don't know you're going to turn. You don't go so. I don't know. But guess who will turn among your seed? Guess who will turn? Who will turn? Who's not the faithful one? Who is not the clever one? The girls. The girls. The girls are better than the men. Goddamn men. No, the girls are better than the men. I would like to have this conversation all women. You hear me? And now, before, I used to say I want to have some men for my seeds, you know what I mean? Because I have soldiers, you know what I'm saying? Soldiers coming out stuff. But it's no soldiers coming out. There's no soldiers coming out. No more Girl Scouts. That's what's coming out. So guess what? I like to have all girls in this congregation. And I would have been better for me to have number of girls coming up my Lord and I children. Girls! And I want some time young doing. I didn't do a few words. You know the girls. The girls are more compassionate. The girls are more merciful. The girls are more understandable. The girls. Not a nigga that think he's a man and he's not a man. Not a nigga that think he's a killer, he's not a killer. Give me the girls. Las mujeres. That's what God said. Now, he said, ye are what? Woman. Ye are woman. Who did he call a woman, son? The men of it. Did he tell the woman, ye are men? Did he tell the woman, ye are bulldoggers? So the queers are the men. Not the girls. Yo, give me the girls, man. Give me the girls, man. Good stuff. Girls is good stuff. I love them, son. But they're more compassionate, they're more merciful, and they're more understanding. And these suckers that are trying to fake men, you're not no man. Man make things happen. You know what I'm saying? But, who's the girl? So God said, give him the girl. God said, going to punish the God in the earth, he's going to hit us up like the girl. Because it ain't their fault, it's us. We broke them out. I'm nervous to walk around like you own something, nigga. It ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing. You don't own nothing. You don't push nothing. Even the girls.
Thou shalt not prostrate thyself to them, nor serve them. No teach like I wear lahem, or no ta'ab them. Teach like I wear means to worship. Worship, extravagant respect, or admiration for, or devotion to an object of esteem. When you are devoted to an object of esteem, you're not going to get rid of it. You're not going to get rid of it. So I don't have to bow down. I don't have to bow down to it. I don't have to admire it.
Just don't get rid or stop doing the things that God told you to stop. Just don't get rid of your images. Just don't get rid of the things that God said you stop. Then you worship those things. Just the people has worshipped images because they refuse to get rid of it. They refuse to get rid of it. Admire goes in the form of worship. You only admire God. That's it. That's it. You only admire God. Your admiration goes to God. That belongs to God. You don't admire your parents. You don't admire your brother. You don't admire your sister. You don't admire this one or that one or nobody.
You admire your children.
You don't admire your children.
They're bastards. Most of them
Only
are bastards.
That
They're bombing.
that goes to God.
Right, the God is
Thou shalt not posture thyself to them, nor serve them. To serve means to comply to the commands of. To comply to the commands of. Once you comply to the commands, you serve. You serve. Once you comply to the commands of, you serve. So I don't have to serve the idols of the nation. All I gotta do is follow after them. All I gotta do is comply to their rules. Follow in their procedures and their courses and their way of life. Then you serve their idols. You are serving their gods. You're serving their gods. And a man that's pushing towards righteousness or that's living a certain type of way, those are the things that will distance you from a person that's living this way. Because I'm not living like that. I don't accept those things that you accept. So therefore, those are the things that will distance a man from another man. Distance a man from a woman. He said, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting or remembering the iniquities of fathers upon the children, by means upon the sons. Upon the sons. He said, upon the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. He shall remember the sins of the fathers upon your sons. Upon your sons. He said, upon the third. So upon the sons and upon the third and fourth generation of the name, we hate God. Here we hate God. Anytime we go against the laws and the commandments and the statutes, we hate God. Hate means hostility. Hostility means unfriendly or not hospitable. Not hospitable. Not friendly and not hospitable. Okay? But check it now. There is something that you did. There is something that you did in your ways and the way you are is what caused me to be unfriendly to you. I just don't walk around being unfriendly to people. I just don't walk around being hostile to people. I am a loving person, but I don't have not befriend you because of the way you are. Because of who you are, the things you did. You think I'm just gonna dislike you and hate you out the clear blue? Even though there are people like that just hate you and dislike you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But what did you do? Then you got on the other part. What did you do? And the person hate to acknowledge his fault. Hate to acknowledge their fault. Hate to say, well, that I shouldn't have said this or I shouldn't have did that. I was wrong. People like that do not change. There is no change in people like that. People don't change. that which is made crooked, I can't straighten it. If I can't straighten it. If I was crooked and I become straight, then that means I was never crooked. I always had some type of straightness and righteousness in me. And it just had to bring out. It just had to bring out. But God will visit the sins of the fathers upon the sons. He will visit and remember my father's iniquities upon the sons. But if my father lived just and right by God, and have not eaten upon the mountains, and have not came near to a menstruous woman, have not came near to a menstruous woman. Oh, you're in your period? You're unclean? Nidata? What am I doing in the same bed with you? What am I doing laying up to you, next to you, and you're unclean? What am I doing in the same bed? They had separate houses. They had separate houses. When the woman got unclean, she didn't stay in the same tent. She didn't stay in that same tent. Because guess what? When Jacob got ready to sleep with Rachel or Leah or the handmaid, he went inside their tent. And I bet you he didn't have to wash. He didn't have to wash. He didn't have to wash. Because guess what? They had a separate tent where they went when they got unclean. Where they went when they got unclean. It said what? And showing mercy. Well, said. And showing mercy and showing grace, righteousness, favoritism, kindness, and showing mercy to thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. So if you love God, you keep his commandments.
Say what?
If you love God, you keep his commandments. That's how you show love. Not telling the person
With
that
a wife and husband. You love your husband, you will listen to what he says.
Not-
You love God, you will listen to what God says.
not telling the person, oh, I love you.
Game.
You love me.
That's the game.
I done heard it so many times, so many years. It don't mean I love.
You know what?
Love is love.
You know what?
I
It's a
love you,
password now.
Man, people,
It's a password. Alright, son, I'm going on here. Die, son. Love your son. Same nigga you love your son, you come back and box your head around. It's a password. Don't do that. What love what? It's a password. Password among the heathen, among the niggas, among the darkies, and dark ones.
and keep my commandments. Fulfill my commandments. It said, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, to support or aid God in vain. Vanity, nothingness, no worth, of no worth. For the Lord will not hold guiltless him that taketh his name in vain. He said, remember the Sabbath day, which means be mindful, be aware of. Make sure it sticks here, so that we don't violate and profane God's Sabbath day. When we profane the Sabbath day, I do the same thing what I did on the 6 days on today.
Shabbat midnight.
I start my Shabbat at midnight. I start my Shabbat in the morning. I start my Shabbat when I get here. Yeah, you got people like that. I don't know what you did, or how you doing, or how you living. But you have people that start their Sabbath when they get to the congregation. Then their Sabbath starts. Then they stop doing the things that they do on those 6 days. Nobody's aware of this. When the people break to go on lunch, the chairs and the tables comes out. And then people delves into their own matters. and start conversating about things that they have no business conversating about. The only thing we're supposed to be talking about is what's in the book. Is what's here inside this book. If you ain't talking about this and what's inside this book, then we shouldn't be talking about it. There's nothing to talk about. I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. Get away from me. Get away from me. He said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath to the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. He said, thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor your son, nor your daughter, thy manservant, maidservant, cattle, nor the stranger that is within thy gates. The wife has to do work for the child, for her child, not someone else's child. And the grandmother can't do work for the child because anytime the wife got married, guess who went with her? Maidservants. So when Raquel died, who took care of Benjamin? The maidservant, her maidservant, which is Bilhah. Which is Bilhah. Bilhah took care of, not the grandmother.
Leave your mother alone, let her rest.
Not the grandmother.
You want wife, you want babies, they gotta make you a handmaid.
Handmaid.
Leave my wife alone.
And the handmaid took care of the babies. If the mother ended up getting sick or she ended up dead,
Take your handmaid.
the handmaid took care of that.
You're alone, she'll spend most of her strength in me, with the children, and now, you old, gray-headed, and you want to get out. You are alone. You didn't get near down there. So your handmaid. Why go with what? Handmaid. Anytime they got a handmaid or concubine or something, the man had a wife back. They got a watch on. You got handmaid. Not good. Right. Ain't you. You ain't watching nobody's baby. That's that sign. Again, for the first time. If you're a handmaid.
So I can't have
Right, your wife, you have a wife, your wife needs to have a maid. That's how it was in the Bible. They got right up. All wives have maids. The man didn't become the maid. No, like you said today. No, the man becomes maid. No, all wives had a maid. If you can't afford a maid, what the hell you doing with a wife? Yeah. You're my woman and a maid. Remember? I had a maid. You had a handmaid. Yo, what is that? Baby. Got that baby. It's one woman. So you understand me like you know. She's a maid.
I can't do the law now. There's no way I'm gonna be doing law.
And I got a household. My household is doing what they want to do. It's doing what they want to do. So now they go to separation. It's time for the man that made his mind up to serve God to separate from the people that have not made their mind up to serve God. I can't live with you because you have not made your mind up to serve God. You are living otherwise in a different way than what God prescribed and what the Most High prescribed. We can't live together. Because for me to live with you, with a man, to live with a man, or to live with a woman, we gotta be on the same wavelength. We gotta be moving the same. Because God gonna look at me as if I agree with your ways. Me and you is on one accord. That's why David said, I will not live or dwell with the wicked. That's what David said. He said, I'm not even gonna settle, I ain't gonna settle with the wicked. I'm not gonna talk or mediate or explain to the wicked. What am I doing explaining to a bald-headed, straight-faced dude about law? They don't want nothing to do with God's law. So what am I doing explaining the law to you? You show knowing, look, right? It says, okay, let's go to Proverbs 30. Proverbs chapter 30. Proverbs chapter 30. Got it?
The words of Agur,
The words of Agur,
the son of Yaqeh,
the son of Yaqeh,
even the prophecy.
even the prophecy,
The man spoke unto
the
Ithiel,
man spake unto Ithiel,
even unto
even
Ithiel,
unto Ithiel and Ukal.
surely I am more brutish than any man.
surely I am more foolish than any man. You don't even my foolish, ignorant. Because I'm more ignorant than anybody. Does that sound like a person that's old, that's proud? Does that sound like a person that's full of pride? No. He said, man, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. And that type of person with the mentality is going to show in his ways, in the way he walk, in the way he live, in the humble state of mind. Right? So that what it said, what it says, he said, surely I am more foolish than any man.
And have not the understanding of a
And
man.
have not the understanding of a man.
I neither learned wisdom,
I neither learn wisdom. I didn't learn wisdom,
nor have the knowledge of the
nor
holy.
have knowledge of the holy, nor have knowledge of these things.
Who hath descended up into heaven,
Or descended. Who went up into heaven and came back down? Don't that sound like a story that we heard before? The so-called JC. Nobody's gonna go up into heaven and come back. That ain't happening.
Who hath gathered the wind in his fist.
Who can gather wind in their fists? Nobody. God can do that. The Most High does that. Read. Who has
Found the waters in the garment.
You can't hold water in a shirt, or on a t-shirt, or on a garment. The water is going to drip out. It's going to drop right out.
Who hath established all the ends of the earth. What is his name?
What is his name?
What is his son's
What
name?
is his son's name?
Thou canst tell.
You can't tell.
Every word of God is pure.
Every word of God is pure.
He is a
Which
shield.
means what? Proven to be true. Pure. Meaning, it also means proven to be true. That's why God leaves certain things on discovery and on science to show you that everything that's inside this book is 100% facts. That's why they showed scientists going into the cave of Machpelah. That's why they showed this Lot's wife in a pillar of salt over a highway held up with chains. That's why they showed all this. That's why they showed on Discovery Channel fringes. Fringes made the same way that we made it. The same way. But people disregard the fringes like it's of no importance. But our forefathers wore them. They had things to show that this is true. He said every word of God is pure. He is a shield. He is a shield. He is a buckler. He's a defense. Not the 6-point star. Not the star of no. David didn't have a star. There is no star of no David. Show me in the book where it says the star of David. Show me in the book where David had a star. He said, God, the Most High is your shield and your buckler and your defense.
Add thou not unto his words.
He is your shield unto them that put their trust in him. Their trust that you confide in. Seek your trust in him. Add thou what?
Add thou not unto his words.
Don't add unto his word. Stop adding on to the word of God. Stop adding on to his laws. And that's what Israel does. The people add on and add on and add on. And when they add on, they start doing things contrary to what the book says. Now you got the people thinking it's okay to eat certain things. Now you got the people thinking it's okay to do certain things. Now you got the people thinking it's okay to carry certain things on the Shabbat. And you tell the people that it's not a burden, but a burden is anything that is carried. A burden is anything that is carried. You know what makes you better than any man out there? How you live, what you find yourself by, the things that you do, I'm not doing.
That's what I'm talking.
The things that you do, I'm not doing.
I know you're not lame.
How you live, I'm not living like that. How you walk, I don't walk like that. So when I tell you, listen, I'm better. When I tell you that I'm better than you, or I'm better than this person, I am better than that person.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't put myself under heavy restrictions. You don't put yourself under heavy restrictions.
It can only make you better.
And you know why people don't agree with that? Because their mind is not there. So if your mind is not there, then you're going to disagree with things like that because your standards of what's good is not correlated with the book. Your standards of what you think is good is not correlated with what God said. Some sheep.
And add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a
Lest
liar.
he reprove thee. Lest he chastise you. You don't want God to chastise you. You don't want God to reprove you. Because once he reproves you, say, what? He said, lest he reprove you and you be found a liar. You be found a liar.
Two things have I required of thee.
Two things have I required of thee.
Deny them not.
Deny me them not.
Before
Or I
I die.
die.
Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Remove far from me vanity. It also means falsehood. You know what falsehood is? An untrue statement. An untrue statement. How you make statements about a person and you ain't there? I can only go by what you tell me. What? Then when you tell the person they're lying. How do you know the person lying? How do you know the person is lying?
Sounds like
You don't know. An untrue statement. Guess what? People that make untrue statements and falsehood, they're the liars. Yeah, you're the liar. Yeah. You're the liar. You're the one that's lying. Some shit.
remove far from me vanity and lies.
Vanity and lies.
Give me neither poverty nor
Don't give
riches.
me poverty. Don't make me poor. And don't make me rich.
Feed me with food
Don't make
convenient
me
to
poor and don't make me rich. Give me just enough so that I don't beg and have to be outside shaking a cup. Give me just enough. So don't give me too much. Guess what?
Feed me with food convenient for me.
Lest
Lest I be full and deny thee.
I be full and I deny you. And that is the mentality of men today, of people today. Once they get enough and they're satisfied and happy, you're getting what you want, you start to deny God. You start to deny God, then the laws of God is behind you. It's behind you. Come see.
Who is the Lord? Unless I be poor and steal and take the name of my God in vain.
So anytime we break God's law, we take his name in vain. Anytime I sin and break a commandment in the book, we take God's name in vain. Every day. Every day we take God's name in vain. Anytime you eating something that you ain't got no business eating or sucking on, you take God's name in vain. Anytime we go against this law, these laws, you take God's name in vain.
Accuse not a servant unto his master.
Accuse not a servant unto his master. You know what the word for accuse? It He says, Talshame. Talshame means to slander. He said, don't slander a servant to his master. A slander means to defame or defamation of character. Don't defame my character and make and put me out to be this type of person to my master. Don't put me out to be this type of person to my father. And it ain't like that. And it ain't like that. He said, what? He said, lest he curse thee, and thou be found guilty. Tamshi.
There is a generation that curses their father.
It don't mean curse. It don't mean curse. You know what it says? It says there's a generation that cursed his father, his qualel. Qualel don't mean curse. You know what qualel means? It means slight. It means trifling. It means swift, light, or unimportant. Okay? So now, slight. He said curse. He said that there was a generation that slight means to neglect. To neglect means to give little attention to. Little attention to leave undone or unattended by carelessness. By carelessness. So what? So to give little attention to leave undone or unattended by carelessness. I did that one time. I did that one time. You know when I do that? When I bake the bread and forget the bread in the oven, I neglect my father. When I go and get put on a mission and I carelessly do it, I neglect my father. You neglect your parents. Trifling. Trifling means to talk in a joking manner or in a mocking manner. Trifling means to talk in a joking manner. I'm serious, and you laughing and joking around. I'm serious. Okay? Light. It also means light. It means of little importance. Easily disturbed. Easily disturbed. I'm 100% attentive. I'm attentive to you. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you. I'm not being disturbed. No one is taking my attention. I'm sitting here paying attention and listening. It says unimportant. He said what? He said there was a generation that cursed their father and does not bless their mother. Barek. You know what barek means? It also means to kneel. He said there was a generation that does not kneel to his mother. Like what Solomon did to his moms.
What did they do with the father?
He said, and there was a generation
that cursing their
his father. And the word for curse, it don't mean curse, it's palel. It means slight, trifling, light, or unimportant. Slight means to neglect. To neglect. To give little attention to leave undone, or attended by carelessness.
You curse the father. What want to do that? You want to make up your mind. The spot is waiting for you. Young children. It's like God is on the cloud. He ain't Santa Claus. You can wave foolishness on that face. He ain't Santa Claus. You know the good, the bad, and the evil. You know the good, the bad, and the evil. You hear me, Bethlehem? When you get dressed up, you get dressed up for Christmas. And Santa Claus, you look nice and pretty, but not for God. How is God? I don't care what you put on. Just a wicked man with a robe on. I don't care what you put on. The ways gotta change. That's all right. It's like if you decide to start dressing like a fag. Your ways gotta change to faggot ways to fit the clothes that you wear it. I'm tired of being that man. I want some men around me. I want real men. Real men. I'm getting tired. I do this, bro. Real men. One time,
said
I
that-
had to read. One time.
Yeah.
But they left because there wasn't no godliness in it. You know what I'm saying? And the time when I was speaking to the God, speaking to God, and when they come, I'm gonna meet them downstairs. I hide in my waist, waiting for them. When they come, I'm gonna meet them downstairs. We just took that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Ele vem se você. Ele vem se você. I will get snake in the routine. Interpret that. Tell me what I say. Ele vem se você. You know what it means? You gotta be over. Maybe study. You over. Find out what that means, then you come back to me. Ele vem se você.
There's a generation that curses their father and does not bless their mother. We don't even know how to bless. You know one way we can bless? To speak gratefully of. To speak gratefully of. Anytime a person speaks gratefully of a person, you bless that person. You bless them. He said to confer prosperity. To confer means to give. To confer means to give prosperity or happiness upon. How can I give prosperity or happiness to my mother? By the way I live. I mean, I make her angry. That's how you confer or give prosperity or happiness upon. It said there is a generation, Tamshi, that are pure in their own eyes. That's this generation. You're right in your own eyes. When you tell that person, listen, you're wrong, they don't want to accept that they're wrong. They want to argue and fight and debate with you. But you just known about God. You just finding out who God is. You didn't know who God was. You never did know. But you want to debate and argue with a person that been living this their whole life. They have never lived no other way. They don't know, and they're not known to be living no other way. What it says? He said, pure in their own eyes, and yet it's not washed from their filthiness. You know when you're not washed from your filthiness, you won't change. There's no changing. You're not washed from your filthiness means you won't change. You won't flip. You won't flip over.
There was a generation. Oh, how lofty
are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. There is a generation whose teeth are as swords. There is a generation whose teeth are like swords. So when your teeth are like swords, the things that you say, there are things that you say out of your mouth that can cut a person's soul. There are things that you can say out of your mouth that can cut a person's soul. And guess what? It's spoken about and it ain't right. No, it ain't right. God said there is a generation whose teeth are like swords. So there are certain things I shouldn't say to you. I can't say this to you. I don't want to be a part of that generation. I want to be a part of those people that say things like that. They say, oh, you're sore. Sore? Sore? Woman, don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. He said, there's a generation who's teeth
cupcake to bed. You know, deep stuff. Today's cupcake. So I said, give it a girl. Give it a girl. Most men have cupcakes without the ice man. Give it a girl. Give it a girl. The snitch more than a girl. Give it a girl.
There's a hole that's in my crack. Look at her. Look at her. See my woman that really. Boy, you reach. There's holes. Look at that. There's all my crack. It says there is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. The horse leech. You know what? When you look it up, it says the leech. You know what a leech is? A leech drains your substance. You drain my substance. Drain, 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 and then one amount more.
On a pop jump.
Then one amount more. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? He said, the horseman had 2 daughters, crying, give, give, give. That's all they kept saying is give. When their hands give. Not considering the situation, not considering the what's going on, not considering nothing. Give. If the person don't get, it's a problem. It's selfishness. He said, what? There are 3 things that are never satisfied. 3 things that's never satisfied. Huh?
Yea, 4 things say not it is enough.
The 4th never say is enough. The 4th is never enough with the 4th. Read. The grave is never satisfied. There's always room to bury a monkey. There's always room to put a nigga in the dirt. There's always room there. You know what I'm saying? And the barren womb. The barren womb is a woman that can't have children.
The earth that is not filled with
The
water.
earth that's not filled with water. There's always water there.
And the fire that said not it is enough.
As long as you continue to put the wood there, it's going to continue to burn. And I can also relinquish and stop the fire by not adding the wood. By not adding the wood. You don't have to keep adding the wood to the fire. In order for the fire to stop burning, I gotta stop putting wood to it. Some chief.
The eye that mocketh at his father.
The eye that mocketh at his father.
That's that nigga.
You know what mock is? The eye that mocketh at his father. Right? It said ridicule, to deride, or mock. To mock means one of the actions of mocking is to disappoint the hopes of. That's one. To disappoint the hopes of. Okay? What is another definition of mocking? To defy. To defy. Wait a minute. To defy means to challenge in combat. I defy you. That's another way of mocking. Or contrary to. Contrary to means opposite. Oppose or opposite to. Or to dare. It says, all right, ridicule means to make fun of. To make fun of. You ridicule me. When I make fun of you, I ridicule you. So if I'm not making fun of you, I'm not ridiculing you. I'm not doing those things. He said what? To deride. To deride means to laugh at. To laugh at. He said, and despise it, to obey his mother. To obey. To despise, to obey his mother. Yikat, Yod Kun Pei Tau. You know what obey means? We don't know what obey means. To obey means to follow the commands. That's one part of obey. And the guidance of. I done guide you and showed you one way. And you live the opposite to what I showed you. You live the opposite to what I showed you. Okay? Or is it to follow the commands and guidance of, to comply with? To comply with. To comply means to conform or adapt one's actions to another wishes. To another wishes. Tamshi.
The islet, my bad, his father is despised to obey his mother. The ravens of the valley shall pick it out, the young eagle shall eat it. There be three things which are too wonderful for me.
There are three things which are too wonderful for me.
Yea, four which I know not.
Four which I know not.
The way of an eagle in the air.
The way of an eagle in the air. You ever seen that eagle just sitting in midair? Only the eagle sit like that in midair. Midair. It just glide. Don't even flap. He sit right there.
The way of a serpent upon a rock.
The way of a serpent upon a mountain. When you say rock, anytime you mention rock is a mountain. A serpent is a snake. Snake that's going up and don't fall. And it don't fall. It continues to go up. Tamshi.
The way of a ship in the midst of the sea.
The way of a ship in the midst of the sea.
And the way of a man in the maid.
The way of a man with an alma. You know what an alma is? A young woman. That two others are very. Yeah, two others. Yeah, two others. Alma is a young woman. Yeah, young woman.
The young woman in this time, she still got a damn cooker.
Yeah.
They didn't screw around like women today.
No.
A young woman in those times, she still had her virginity.
That's right.
But they didn't screw around.
Right, that's right. See, that was a way of a man with a woman like that is different than with an older woman. It's gonna give you a different vibe. It's gonna give you a different feeling. A young woman, a man he's gonna act different. He said, such is the way,
Then you got some older woman. You got some older woman, she's not a young woman, right?
Right.
She's the older woman, but she vibes down like the young one. Her mentality is not the mentality of grandma, an older woman. She has the mentality of a young woman. I mean, she knows, because she's the older woman, she knows the cares of a man to do better than a younger woman. You understand? But an older woman, the mentality of a young woman.
Right.
All the young girls got to shoot to back her down. But this is the older woman now, she got it. Because she knows the way.
Right.
She knows the way. She knows what to do for a woman. She knows what to do for an old man. She knows what to do for a young woman. The older one.
Such is the way of an adulterous woman.
Such is the way of an adulterous woman. What is the way of an adulterous woman?
She eat it.
She eat it
Right in her mouth.
and wipe her mouth
And say,
and say what?
I have done no wicked.
I have no wickedness. You on the front like you innocent. You on the front like you ain't did nothing. You want to act like you good, but you ain't good. He said that's the way of an adulterous woman.
For three things the earth is disquieted.
For three things the earth is disquieted. For three things the earth is agitated. For three things the earth trembles.
And for four which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth.
A servant when he reigneth. A servant that's running it, that's on top. And a fool when he is filled with bread, with his meat. And the believer said, let him filled with bread. This fool got so much bread and substance, but don't know, still the fool. Don't know what to do.
For an odious woman when she is married.
For an odious woman when she is married. Senua. Senua ki tibael. Senua means hated.
for a hated woman when she is married, a
handmaid that
woman,
is heir to her
and
mistress.
a handmaid that is heir, that inherits, that succeeds, that possesses over her mistress.
There be four things which are little upon the earth, but they are exceeding wise. The ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their meat in the summer.
The ants come out in the summertime, gathering their food. They gather, because some wintertime you ain't gonna see no ants. You said the conies are but a feeble folk,
Yet
make their houses in the rocks. They make their houses in the mountains.
The locusts have no king, yet they go forth all of them by bands. The spider taketh hold with her hands and is in king's palace. There be three things which go well, yea, four or comely in going. A lion which is strongest among beasts, and turneth not away for any. A greyhound, he goat also, and a king against whom there is no rising up. If thou hast done foolishly in lifting up thyself, or if thou hast thought evil.
If thou hast thought evil, if you have thought falsely, or you have some type of a false testimony on evil purpose. Evil purpose. You know what an evil purpose is, man? You do things and you say things for an evil purpose. And whatever you said and did and showed is not true. Whatever you said and did was never true. And guess what? The person start crying and getting all crazy. But whatever the person said is not true. How do you fix yourself to start falling out, start flipping out over something that's not true? It ain't never happened. It never happened. It never went down. But you want me to or you to believe it. You got people like that. Tom Sheep.
If thou hast done foolishly in lifting up thyself, or if thou hast thought evil, lay thine hand upon thy mouth. Surely the churning of milk.
He said, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Don't say nothing. Shut your mouth. Read. He said,
surely the churning of milk bringeth forth butter.
The squeezing and the churning of milk bring butter. Read.
And the wringing of the nose.
The wringing of the nose bring forth blood. You wring my nose, you're going to make me bleed.
So, the forcing of wrath between four stripes.
So, the forcing of wrath. The word for forcing is meat. Mem yod zadeh. It means to harass. To harass. If you harass a person, it's going to bring strife. If you harass a person, it's going to bring forth wrath. If you afflict a person, it's going to bring forth strife and wrath. If you oppress a person, it's going to bring forth wrath and strife. If you lay stress on a person, it's going to bring forth wrath and strife. If you keep insisting on, you know what insist on means? You say John, the other person say Luke. And then you keep talking about Luke. I said John, and you keep saying Luke. You keep insisting this particular thing on me. The situation. So that's going to bring forth wrath. And then guess what? When you get angry, you say, why are you mad? Why are you mad? If that's bro, don't laugh. You gotta laugh, bro. I like one over here. Go on, laugh, bro. You make me laugh. You can't laugh.
Hey, right. I'm looking at you.
You can't be laughing. You can't be trouble with it. You can't be talking. It is your death.
No.
It's his death. You can't go to that man's den and call no shots.
That's right.
Get your own den.
Your own den.
Don't bring the noise to his den. Keep it in your den. Keep it in your den. Don't bring it here. Don't bring it here. Keep it in your den. That's something you have to remember. They have their own thing. Then you go to another man, then you want to take it over like it's yours. You want to call shots. You can't do that. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Hey, you're damn there. You got to stay in your place. The old homies don't keep pushing and going on. If someone wants to call NYPD guy that one minute, call him in. One of them straighten it out. So God gave him the strength to go. What he did. Well,
That's right. That's right.
Psalms 125.
You know. You know. What was that? So, now I can see. See, so the door may not see, but yet I still see. Yeah. My God is God. My God is God. I trust him. I believe him. I ain't just gonna front you nigga talk to believe God. My God is God. I believe him. Therefore, I will do the things that are present in his eyesight. Yeah. The things that are present in his eyesight, I shall and I will do. Present in the eyesight as God. Later on, go man. You talk to man this way. Man ain't nothing, man. You think he's a man. He ain't nothing. Don't worry about that. Be present in God's eyesight. Do things that is pleasing to God Almighty, not to your man, not to your boss, not to your friend, not to your woman, not to your nobles, young grandchildren. Believe the things that God expects. Now you're getting it. Now you're climbing that ladder. Now you're climbing that ladder. That's why Saul is going to get Jonathan.
Okay.
We're going to push his weight back. We're going to push it back. So if you think a father can't rip off his son's head, don't even go that way. Get it pushed back. Get it pushed back easy. Sleep mode. That's all they're sleeping. Because he chose David over Saul. They don't mind David. David wasn't the king then. He didn't get commission to be king yet, and all that wrong.
Right.
So Jonathan ain't gonna be doing that. If he was the king, Saul ain't gonna move on that way. Saul won't fall back. But at the time, Saul was the king. I am the king. This is my son. What do you doing, Captain Son of here? You don't push it. Push it. God didn't charge Saul for that. These days, people expect parents to bow down to the damn children. Nah, man, push that. Push that, man. Push that. And that time come, you get a regular movie now. About that. You can't even let your wife know. Because if your wife knows, you know she's not bound with you, what she gonna do? She won't tell. So when it comes time to push, you have to push it too. It's real as that.
Right. They that trust in the Lord shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abideth forever.
How they going with it? Mount Zion remains there. That's how your trust gonna be. Strong. It ain't moving. You ain't budgeting, huh?
And the mountains are round about Jerusalem.
Round about Jerusalem. It's surrounding Jerusalem. See that mountain surrounding Jerusalem. Huh?
So the Lord is round about
his people. His people. His people.
Oh, yeah.
And his people live is in the book. Or follow his laws. Live by his laws. And you're God's people. But if I'm not following after the laws of God, then you're not God's people. He said, my people shall hear my voice. Right. A stranger shall not follow. God had to switch it up.
So they're all strangers. You can't go by one or two laws. You gotta respect. When they say, well, we got very top respect everyone. All that commandments. You can't respect one or two and talk about you. Get out of here. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust no Israel. I'll tell you what I trust. And a team is that trust. I don't trust you. It's treacherous. You see the treachery in the book, man. Don't trust them. Your son, don't trust them. Especially your young son. You have one or two and you could trust, but the master, don't trust them. Don't trust them. You trust God. You trust the son that you. The son that David had, you gotta go to his son. Which is the one that you trust? Bathsheba. Bathsheba's son. Solomon's son. Bathsheba's son is the one that he trusts. I don't like to damn one of them. You shouldn't want to show about it, nothing. Stop. Those are the ones that they had. With Bathsheba. Those he trusted, the hungry. The rest of them, there's a lot of traitors, a lot of deceivers in this place. You know that? Traitors and deceivers.
For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the rod of the righteous. That's the righteous book.
For the rod of the wicked shall not rest, shall not settle, shall not remain upon the lot or upon the portion of the righteous, upon the just or upon the pious, upon the straight or the right. What is straight? Showing honesty or fairness. Right. Conforming to facts and truth. He said, shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. Do good, O Lord, unto those that be good. So if you do good, you can expect good. But if my hands are dirty and filthy with wickedness, why am I expecting something good to come to me? He said, do good unto the O Lord, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts, that are upright in their minds. You know what upright is? You know what it means to be upright in your heart? I'm not going to be saying no untrue statement. I'm not going to be saying things that I have no proof of. I'm not going to think or figure or none of that out of my mind, thinking that, no, there's no uprightness in your heart. There's no uprightness in your mind. So they are upright in their heart, as for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways. Crooked, deviating from rectitude. Rectitude is deviating from righteousness. When you deviate, you turn from righteousness. He said, from his crooked ways, the Lord shall lead them forth. The word for lead is pa'al. Pa'al means to make. The Lord will make them do iniquity. He will make them do evil. He will lead them towards iniquity. He will make them do iniquity. Make them do evil. He said, but peace shall be upon Israel. Go to Apostle. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 25.
In 3 things I was beautified, and stood up beautiful both before God and men.
Said 3 things was beautiful, and it stood up beautiful both before God and men. It was beautiful before God, so it gotta be beautiful with you. If it's good with God, if it's good with the Most High, it's good with you. But I have not made my mind up 100% to serve this God. So when you don't make your mind up 100 to serve God, you don't agree with everything that God agrees with. You're not going to agree with everything that God agrees with, because I'm not here 100%. I'm not here 100%. At any given time, when I get rubbed the wrong way, I disappear. And you ain't going to see me for another 2-3 years. The next thing I pop up like Jack in the Box.
Then I pop up like Jack in the Box. What's beautiful with God is good, what's supposed to be good with you. He said the one thing that's beautiful with God and man, the unity of brethren. Why do you think Jacob didn't move? Why do you think Esau didn't move on Jacob? How his father was about. Because it's going to stress my father out. I'm not going to do this while my father is alive. They'll live it. I wait till he died. That's what he said. He said, when my father died, so I'm going to kill my brother Jacob. I'm going to kill him.
He was in trouble
Because he despised.
Straight up, one-on-one, and he was alive.
He tricked his father. He tricked his father, but by the command of his mother. On his own, he wasn't going to do that. On his own, he wasn't going to do that. He was stay in his place and back up. He was alone. Because there wasn't that, those men wasn't that type. Never go around tricking his father. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing, and it ain't what you told me. Say one thing, and whatever you said, it ain't that. You tricked me. You deceived me. We do things that our forefathers would never do or even think to do. It said the unity of brethren,
The love of
the
neighbors.
love of neighbors. My neighbor served the same God I served. My neighbor was not the people across the hall. Because Israel was close knit. We lived amongst ourselves. So my neighbor served the same God I served. He said the love of neighbors, and
A man and a wife that agree with each other.
The wife had to agree with the husband. Not getting angry at the husband's judgment or what the husband says or what the man decides to do, because whatever the man decides to do is supposed to be good with you. But that's not right. It ain't like that no
That's the
more.
damn problem. That's the problem. They ain't got no wives. These people that got girlfriends, I'm calling them wives. It's a heavy game going on. Look how all got girlfriends. I'm calling them wives. What? Prove it. That's the truth of God. Prove it. You got girlfriends.
Three sorts of men my soul hate, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud. The man is poor and he's proud. He said a rich man.
You don't kidnap the woman. You don't hijack the woman and make her your wife. The wife is a dual agreement. Mutual agreement between the woman and the man. The woman don't agree, she ain't your wife. She ain't your damn wife. The mutual agreement. You have no agreement in standards. Regulated papers. You need a paper to get divorced. So you need some certification of your damn wife. Regulated papers. Oh, damn wife. Wife where? Was it Rebecca? Her mother? Milka. She Rebecca come here. He said, will you go with it? Check the young go with it. Alright. But then, that was the wife. They ain't going for fun behind your husband's back. But today, you ain't got no wife. You keep got a wife. Because your wife is going to call another man for you to come and split me on the relationship. You ain't got no chick. You think you got a wife. In your mind, you got a wife. In your mind. My wife, she's my wife. She can't get out of it. Can't get out of it. She trapped because she's my wife. Why can't her sleep like that? Your wife, she's my wife. She's my wife. These days, picking up wife, or you go into her, she's your wife, that don't mean nothing. That's junk games. That don't mean nothing. Everybody in the world is doing that. Alright? All they do is that. They go into the woman. Does that make for your wife? Thank you. Don't make for your wife. You need documentation, man. Why? These times are what you need.
No.
The wife knows. Everybody knows the damn game. That you go into it, she's the wife as long as she wants, or as long as you want. Then you get tired of it, you drop it, shoot the what, and you have no what? No time, no obligation. Because there ain't no what. The damn game. The game to bring what? That's what it is. Boyecito, puede. Be fast. When you go to the government, they will say you know what they call it? What they call it? Common law. All right. That's what goes. That's all that is old, that is Old Testament. That's what works. You don't live like that. The new way, new rules. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that.
A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar, and the old adulterer that goes. If thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how canst thou find anything in thine age? But oh, how comely a thing is judgment with gray hair, for ancient men to no count. Oh, how comely is the wisdom of old men, understanding and counsel to men of honor. Much experience is the crown of old men, and the fear of God is their glory.
If thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how can you find anything in your age? How you gonna find something in your age when you get old wealthy? If you ain't working, put that working, when you're young, how you gonna find something when you turn 80 or 90? How? You're not. Come see.
So how comely is the thing?
Judgment of gray hair, not no more. These are all this here that we reading about is for the man that's in these times. The people that live today, the inhabitants of the world today are completely opposite to what we read about in this book. The all coming thing is judgment for gray hairs and for ancient men to know counsel. No, not at all. Read.
How comely is the wisdom of old men, and understanding and counsel to the men of honor. Much experience is the crown of old men. The fear of God is their glory.
The fear of God is their glory.
There be 9 things
which have judged
in my heart to be
happy.
And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that had joy of his children.
A man that had joy of his children. A man that's happy or has joy with his children. If you ain't happy with yours, don't mean I gotta be unhappy with mine. Because you despise yours, don't mean I gotta despise mine. And don't make them the same as yours. Because your experience with your children means I'm gonna go, means the other man is gonna go through the same thing of what you going through with your kids. No. Don't try to implicate my kids. Don't try to implicate my son. I know what my son gonna do when he get older. Right now, he's a little 6-year-old innocent. That's it. He's innocent. God said he's innocent. And if he die right now, he's good. You know who ain't good? You grown-ups that know who God is and defy God. They didn't do that. They didn't do that in the book. No. Where you read that at? If any curses went forth,
They went and they got mad. So Jonathan had children. Jonathan had children. So they get mad at Jonathan. And they look at who was the son? Mephibosheth. You look at Mephibosheth. Crack chair. Bust Mephibosheth in his head. Hold on, wait a minute. This is a piece of kid. Now you want to hit the little baby now. Got people like that. Got people like that. Get mad at you, and then when they mad at you, they mad at your kids.
Yeah, man. That's right.
But if you mad at me, people with me.
That's right,
But if you take it out on my kids,
That's right, bro.
it's gonna go elsewhere.
That's right, brother.
Don't get mad at me, and then take it out on my woman.
That's right.
No. It said a man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. You don't live to see the fall of your enemy. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to lift a finger. You didn't have to get the egg dots and the ratchets. You had to do nothing. God took care of it. Wow. He said, well is him that dwelleth with a wife of understanding. What is a wife of understanding? A wife of understanding is a wife that departs from evil. That's what that is. Now agree with me. Okay. A wife of understanding is a woman that departs from evil. A wife of understanding is a wife that goes by these laws, commandments, and statutes. That's a wife of understanding. And that has not slipped with his tongue. You know what it means? Like slip with your tongue. Because when you slip with your tongue, I'm not going to forget what you said. And things will never be the same between me and you. Because I know what you said. And I heard what you said. And you said it to me already. So don't slip with your tongue. Don't slip with your tongue. Same things, mentioning things, and it ain't what it is. You just slipped up with your tongue. And now you want me to forget about it. He said, well, it's him that had a rightful understanding and had not slipped. Doing this now. You know when you become a servant of a man that's more unworthy than you, just when you go to work. That's right. My boss ain't better than me. I know what true and living God is. That's right. But I gotta serve him. Because if I don't serve him, I'm gonna be in the streets. And I ain't gonna have no money. So I gotta go to work.
At some point in time.
And sometimes when you go to work and put that work in, you be tired. And you don't want to do nothing. Nothing. That's why most men, well, of today, I noticed a lot of men that do these construction jobs and stuff like that, guess what? They end up with divorce cases. Because the woman said, he don't spend no time with me. He's tired.
Never home.
Never home.
Never home.
But the man is taking care of the house. He's working and taking care of the house. He's paying the bills. I know a Muslim man named Moose. His name is Mustafa. You know what he said? He said, my wife don't work. He said, but I'll be damned, she will respect me. That's what the Muslim dude said. He said, my wife don't work. I do everything in the house. I clothe her, I take care of the kids, I do everything. I tell her keep her money, I do everything. So I want my respect. I want my respect. This is a Muslim dude. And you know what he said? He said, she disrespect me, I go upside her head. And guess what? He said, guess what? He said, guess what? This is what the Muslim guy said. He said, she ain't calling the cops. And when he said, guess what? Guess what he said? Guess what else? He said, when I tell her father and her mother, her father and her mother gonna go home. Because these are Muslims. And this guy is not a black Muslim. He's from Syria, out there somewhere. From out there. But the standards are still the standards of what's inside the book. They still live by these standards. So you know what he said? You know what else he said? He said, you know why you go through this? You know why you go through this, John? No. He said, you know why you go through this, John? You know why? He said, because you got an American woman. That's what Luke said. He said, you know what he said? He said, my wife is not American. Guess what it is? You're an American woman, and guess what? Your children are American. Right. Your children, your sons are American. The bastards is not going to be the children, they're Americans. They're Yankees, son. You think you got in here, son? You got a full-blown Hebrew, full-blown from the East. See, I come from the East. And I don't wear tight clothes. I don't sleep in tight clothes. That's my law, man. They tell you see that in my law, I'm different, completely different. That's why I got a problem. Everybody here is American. Not me. I don't even eat like them. I'm different to all y'all. People are kids like me, eat like me, dress like me, have the same mind spread like me. How am I going to be? Because the world is wicked. Sure, I Go to who? All right, then go to Johnny. Go to the world. So the world ain't nothing. God don't think nothing of the world. So stop trying to support something that God don't think about. The world is nothing, man. The world on death row. The world is on death row. You live in the world, you're on death row. You pull yourself out of death row, or you're going to die. You're on death row, so you are just like the rest of the world. It's nobody different. I let you say in your mind, I'm going to be different. I can pull myself out of this world, right? If you don't say that, you're saying to the world. You're the same thing like them. You don't have to dress up here or nothing like that. God knows you're down with it. You have to look different. You have to be the opposite. You understand? You have to be the opposite. Tell my boss, you see me in my road, son. I don't even sleep in pajamas. I don't sleep in my drawers. I don't sleep in no tight jeans. I don't eat like you. Okay? I don't even eat like my house. All right? My underwear, my t-shirts, everything is different. I don't wear skimmers. I don't wear gay clothes. That makes us different. Makes us different. Leave me alone. I'm not 16 years. 16. And the closest one to me, you get me? Okay. The closest one to me and to my way, you know the truth? Nothing, man. Girl. I don't dress like girls, son. My wife don't wear the same thing I wear. I'll put it like that. My wife cannot mistake her clothes for my clothes. Because it's completely opposite. You hear me, son? I'm talking to you, boy. Okay. Don't join the crowd. Yeah? Ride with me. Okay. You ride with your father. Like Solomon. Go with David. Who you ride with? Where's your time, son? Don't get one my clothes, son. My wife don't dress up looking like me. My wife's clothes cannot be mistaken for mine. Anytime you're mistaking your wife's clothes for your clothes, your wife mistaking yours for hers, it's a problem. Is it a problem, son? It's a big problem, son.
Well, it's him that found prudence. You know what prudence is? The ability to govern and discipline oneself by the use of reasoning.
Well, my reasoning has to correlate with the laws of God. Or you can't govern and discipline yourself. No, because your reasoning is not correlated with God's law. It said, he that speaketh in the ears of them that will hear. Oh, how great is he that findeth wisdom. Yet is there none above him that feareth the Lord.
But the love of the Lord passeth all things for illumination. He that holdeth it, whereto shall he be likened? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart. Plague of the heart. Plague of the heart. Plague of the mind. When God plagues your mind, you start doing things opposite to these laws. You start acting like, you start talking like someone's chasing you, but ain't nobody chasing you. Yeah. You start talking like the world hates you, but nobody hates you.
Making it hard and making it mind is nothing but heavy duty stress. I'm playing it out. I can't pay you though. I can't speak so. I can't pay you. Speak so.
He said, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. You know why I said any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman? Because once things don't go her way, she will do any and anything to hurt you. Hurt you, man. Spiteful. Spiteful things. No, not all, but that's what the book said. But today, he said, but any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman.
That's right. That's correct. But today, my son, you got good teacher, you understand? But today, they got elevated. The women are elevated. It's a woman shall come pass a man. She gonna pass you. She gonna pass you. So today, they're better than that. They're better than that. All I need to do is tell them, come on, eat your bread, and then you want to fight. Eat your bread, you don't forget to eat your bread. No, you want to fight. You come in your house, want to go in your house, you want to stick something in. So give me the girl. The girls are not like that. I take the girl. I take the girl. I don't care. I don't bad. I want me to the house. I take the girl. Well, she's a whore. She's that's okay. Give me the whore. I love whores. Watch. Give her to me. But even the whores show to me more loyal and the regular dude in the street. Give it them. I don't want these fake niggas that are men and they're forcing themselves to be women. They want to be women so bad, they're taking shots to grow breasts. I ain't the type of I want the type of God made. I don't want these dudes. I don't want these dudes. I want cheap dudes. Give me a real woman. A real woman. That's what I want. These dudes, they want to be everything else except themselves. They want to be everything else in the book except themselves. I know that's what maybe a few attitudes, one, two, few attitudes here, but guess what? I don't care what I know. Because if you got an attitude like that, please don't come back here. Go somewhere else. You see what they do with you when you get attitude somewhere. They will take you to the basement and talk to you. And you ain't gonna like it. Go somewhere else. I don't desire a big crowd. I desire a crowd. I desire a crowd that's sincere and truthful and loyal to God. That's what I desire. Not loyal to me, loyal to God. That's what I desire. A sincere crowd that is loyal and truthful. I don't desire a big crowd. I don't ship and dwell in a godly crowd. A godly crowd that respect everything God said. And don't hypocrite in the middle. And respect everything God said. That's what I'm saying. Be a man that you have respect everything God said. That you respect everything God said. I don't let you go about your business. I don't even want you around. I'll give you my son. But by you like that, to God Father, they tell yo, you don't respect everything God said. And when you don't respect everything God said, that makes you dead. You'll bite anybody. You know what I'm saying? You know that what I'm saying? You go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. The only one I know can't go nowhere. Can't go nowhere. I don't care if you like it or not. It's my wife. Can't go nowhere. Just talk to me. My wife. But everybody else.
You see, rehearse not unto another that which is told thee. He said, rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee. Secrets. You gotta be careful. Don't start running your mouth to anybody. Don't start telling people certain things. Because all you gotta do is make that person angry. And then once you make that person angry, they start repeating the same thing that you never said to them. They start repeating the same thing that I always do. Wait a minute. I confided in you. I thought I could confide in you and tell you certain things. But you done got angry with me. He got mad at me, Ro. Then he started talking and revealing everything that I done told him. I don't trust nobody. They trust the priest. They even trust the priest. But we come over here, we don't trust niggas that are bombs. Bombs! They're not even a prince. God said don't trust the prince. These niggas ain't even princes. They're bombs, son. They can't even feed themselves, son. They go on bed. Well, I ain't no devil, man. Yeah, well, my friend, if you got EBT on food stamp, you know better. It said, my son, blemish not thy good deeds. So don't blemish your good deeds. Not to use uncomfortable words when thou givest anything. How you gonna give me something and then say negative things about it? About when you give it to me? Then guess what? I ain't gonna want you something to say to you or about you or you run me the way. Then when you come around, I tell you about it. But I have no need of talking about this person and that person or that person, and I'm not telling the person how I feel. He said, don't talk to other men's lives, whether it's your friend or enemy. He said, and if thou canst without offense, reveal them not. If you gotta talk with offending them, then don't even talk about it. Shut your mouth. He said, for he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee. When he hear about it, he gonna despise you. He's gonna hate you. Because you over here talking behind my back. He said, if thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee. Let it die with you. Don't mention it no more. That's right. You heard this? Let it die with you. Don't ever mention this again. He said, and be bold, it will not burst thee. It ain't gonna blow you up, you ain't gonna explode. He said, a fool travaileth with a word, as a woman in labor of a child. A fool traveleth with a word. He gonna let it go. He gonna definitely let it go. As an arrow that's taken in a man's thigh, so is a word within a fool's belly. He can't wait. He can't wait to let it out. He can't wait to speak on it. He said, admonish a friend. Admonish means to warn. He said, warn a friend. He said, warn him. It may be he had not done it. He said, probably he didn't even do it.
probably he didn't even say it, but you already on level 10. And after you finish, you say, what? I didn't do it. I didn't do that. I didn't say that. I gotta let you know that I didn't do it. It ain't that way. It's not the way you think it is. He said, and maybe you're not. He said it again, he won't say it no more. He said, admonish your friend, for many times it is a slander. And believe not every tale. It's a slander is defamation of character. And he said, don't believe every tale. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything people come and tell you. He said, believe not every tale. There was one that slipped in his speech. And there's one that slipped in the things that he say out of his mouth. And when you say certain things out of your mouth, those are things that's hard to forget. You ain't gonna forget it. You're not. You're gonna remember those things. He said, but not from his, he said, there is one that's slipping in his speech, but not from his heart. That's these people here. When people say things, voice things out of their mouth, they mean it. Guess what? Because they kept saying it over and over. You said it today. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I won't say it again. Oh, don't get that person mad again. 2 months later, he said it again. Or she said it again. And they'll keep saying it. All you gotta do is just continue to get the person angry or tight.
They got people today that will say things that are not done, they don't need it. People send it to them. Being happy with it. Everybody in here said that I believe that. Y'all people today will say things that are not done. You say that I'm angry. God be on that. God not only got age and reading, and reading the book to learn from that book, but about what? Experience. I've seen it. There's a thing that the mind don't need it. Exactly. I'm quite sure if somebody in here, you gonna say someone to their mouth, even then you just I ain't got the time, yes. Yeah, we need to get that right there.
And you continue to say it over and over and over and over. It said, admonish your friend, but many times it is a slander, and believe not every tale. There was one that slipped in his speech, but not from his heart. For who is he that had not offended with his tongue? That you also offended. You also have offended with your tongue. So now when you get offended, you want to get angry. You want to blow up. But you have offended other people by the words that you say out of your mouth. So now when someone offends you, you start blowing up now. Oh, you don't like it. So you shouldn't offend that person. It said, admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him. And not being angry, give place to the laws of the Most High. Give place to the laws of God. In not being angry, always think and go back to God. So I can channel in my words and the things that I do and correlate my ways by God. He said, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him. Wisdom obtaining his love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. And they that do things that please to him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The things that please God is living according to the laws of God. If I'm not living according to the laws of God, then you can forget about it. He said, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom. And in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotency. If a servant say to his master, I will not do as it pleases thee, though afterwards he do it, he angered him that nourished him.
How you gonna tell me you ain't gonna do it? And then next thing afterwards is done. I don't want you to do it now. You done told me you didn't want to do it. You done got angry when I asked you to do it. And then now, I don't want you to do it now. Let me get somebody else to do it. Or I'll do it myself. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. There is a wickedness, and the same an abomination, and there is a fool, wanting in wisdom. Wanting means lack in wisdom. He said he that had small understanding and fearing God don't know much. But he feared God is better than one that had much wisdom and transgresseth, but inwardly he is full of deceit. You see that a lot. People get sad. People get sad, and they're sad because if you're sad, don't tell me you're sad and you're sorry, and then you do it again. Then you're not sad. That sadness was just for that time, and you didn't mean it. It was fake. He said, but behind all the sadness is deceit. Behind all the sadness is deceit. He said, casting down his countenance and making as if he heard not, where he is not known. He will do thee a mischief before thou be aware. He's gonna bring trouble to you.
Wow.
And you ain't gonna know where it's coming from. You're gonna be aware of it. And then for want of power, you'll be hindered from sinning. Yet when he find an opportunity, he will do evil. A man may be known by his looks. That's how you're known. I know whether you're tight, angry, happy, you're accepting it, just by your looks alone. Just by your looks alone. He said, one that had understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. A man's attire, meaning the way the person dressed, excessive laughter, and his gait show what he is. That tells me what type of person you are. Just by how you dress and how you look, and excessive laughter tells me how you are or who you are.
So you know the niggas, that's all they dress. Rats. They ain't dress. Their robes don't be nothing but a righteous robe. A righteous man wore it. This. You don't want to forget a little bit.
That word is up.
It's 4:31.
That word that was for God's creation.
Denny, they gonna kick him off at school. Running around walking around. So she, what I said? That's another thing, man. Y'all gotta